so glad to see your faces. Are y'all ready for a great show today?
There is nothing like this. Great crowd on hand in the grandstand and the infield.
You're at the line. Green, green, green.
Endurance, mental toughness.
You need to play with emotion, but don't let emotion play with you.
Welcome out to NASCAR Trackside Live. It's Coca-Cola's 600 race day at Charlotte Motor Speedway. How you doing out there? My name's Amy Long. Fantastic to be here.
And my name's Jose Castillo. Welcome once again to NASCAR Trackside Live. Along with our show, we also have the debut, that's right, of the eNASCAR Heat Pro League, the inaugural race right here on the Trackside Live stage. It's going to be a great show. But Amy, we also have a ton of guests as well.
Yeah, we've got a great lineup for you guys. We've got Ryan Blaney joining us today. We're going to have Kyle Busch joining us as well. Dale Inman and the King, Richard Petty, is going to be here. Bubba Wallace and driver of the number 9, Chase Elliott.
Well, Amy, what do you say? Are we ready to get this thing going?
Oh, I'm ready.
Fans, are you guys ready to start the show? Well, let's do it. Bring him out from Team Penske. Driver the number 12 Ford Mustang. Give it up for Ryan Blaney.
How's it going?
Hey, how's it going? Hey, it's good to see you. Welcome out.
Oh.
Thank you for joining us. Come on up here.
Great, how are you doing?
Good. Thanks for everybody coming out. Appreciate
Yeah.
it. Oh,
I just noticed that's a very sizable number 12, sir. Where'd you get that?
it's a door. He stole it.
It's a you know exactly
Sure, the
where.
door's still in my car for the day.
Yeah, really. Have you checked your car? Make sure that.
No, I wrecked that one at some point in time, and he got it. But
What is the weirdest piece of sheet metal that you've seen somebody carry out to a track or a part, or have you seen something odd that you're like, man, where did you get that?
I think the most rare ones and kind of the oddest are fans who bring up some of my old, my dad's old stuff, like from the early 2000s, like 02, 01, and it still looks pretty good. I'm like, I don't know how that, and it's most of the time it's just crumpled up. And I'm like, are you sure that was off my dad's car? It just looks like a destroyed piece of metal, but those are really neat for me to see. I've come across a few of those, so those are pretty cool.
Is there anything that you've seen that one of the fans has that you want back? Just curious.
That I want back?
Yeah. You're like, hang on.
No, like sheet metal is gone. You know, that I don't need it anymore. We replace these bodies pretty much every race. You know, even if you don't have any damage, the cars take such a beating, especially tonight, how long the race is. They just take such a beating. We cut them. Really, the roofs are the only thing left on these cars by the end of the night, or by next week when they strip them apart. So, you know, then they'll give that stuff away or sell it. You know, whether it's bumpers, doors, whatever. That part's nice, but some I want back. Not really. You know, once it's kind of out there, it's gone. You know, it's not mine anymore. So it's whoever wanted to buy it at an auction or donate or something like that. That part is there now. It's out the door.
Let's talk about the warm temperatures today, yesterday, this weekend. First of all, it's beautiful, beautiful day for racing. I'm excited about it. But this 600 miles here at Charlotte, yesterday we saw ice being dumped and, drivers spraying themselves with water. What do you do to prepare for this race, and how do you stay cool out there?
I really don't do anything different than what I normally do. You know, you kind of get in a routine of when you want to hydrate. Your eating habits, and if it works for you, don't change it. You know, I don't hydrate more or less for this race than any other one, just because it works for me, and I've never really had any problems. But I mean, it'll be hot. I mean, that's not a lie. For us in the car, yeah, it's hot. But honestly, sitting in these grandstands, I appreciate y'all for sitting in them for this long of time. That's a long race, and the aluminum grandstands, they can kind of generate some heat. So, but yeah, I don't do anything different. I stopped drinking beer for like a week before this, and
don't worry, they're making up for it.
Yeah, thank you. One tonight's going to taste real good, but no, you just kind of do your normal routine and eat well and make sure if you hydrate, and if you really start trying to hydrate like yesterday, it's not going to work. You got to start a week in advance just to kind of get your body cleaned out and stuff.
Well, we've got a special guest for you. It's actually a teammate of yours.
Oh.
And this is from Team Penske. Fans, if you would help welcome to the stage, his gamer tag is Shelby Power 22, better known as Brian Tedeschi. Come on out here, Brian.
Tedeschi.
From Team Penske. How are you doing?
Hey, you too.
Good,
Brian,
man.
pleasure
Join
to
us.
have you here.
Yeah,
So
good to
great
see you, man.
have
Thank you.
here.
Yeah.
You couldn't tell us apart.
I know, really. Yeah, is this? I guess this is the driver uniforms there that are now being done for Team Penske. I like it. It's a good look. So this is the first time you guys have met, correct?
It is. Yeah, it is. How's it been going? How's your season been going?
It's been going really good. Had a lot of good exhibition races. Been definitely a lot of fun. It's an honor to represent the Penske organization, especially on this new esports front.
Yeah, and let's talk a little bit about that, because this, for some of you may not know, the teams have now drafted these gamers that are now a part of their teams, and they're going to be racing for the teams as well. So it was fun to see the draft and see you guys be a part of that and get Team Penske to bring you in. But now that you're teammates, are you guys going to share any tips back and forth? That's what I want to know.
Hopefully I can provide something.
What do I need to do today? What do you got for me today? It's not very good so far.
Go fast and win.
Yeah, exactly. Hopefully we can get all the wins on the front. So far the boys back in India are doing a really great job, and down in Australia got a win down there, and hopefully we can complete the sweep here this weekend.
Down in Australia, got the win down there. When are you racing in Australia?
I don't know. Hopefully soon. Probably never.
Yeah, that's pretty amazing though. So, are you hoping to get on board with the Penske games this year? That's what I want to know.
I hope so. I'm sure it'd be great entertainment for everyone, because I really feel like I'd be the laughing stock of the show. So,
I think you do all right. All right. Let's face it. Brad is not the most athletic guy out there. So, I think you guys could have a pretty good match. I think play some one-on-one or something, you'd be good.
Best of the worst, basically.
You ever seen him play basketball? It's hilarious. It's pretty great.
I'm not much better, so.
Well, I'm cool to see the teammate part of this aspect playing it out. I know it's going to be interesting to watch. So I got to ask, are you interested in watching him doing some racing? Have you seen him race yet?
Yeah, we got to support the whole Penske team. Whether it's NASCAR, IndyCar, esports, V8 supercars. We'll support everybody. So. Yeah, we're pulling for him to win the championship just as much as he is pulling for us to do the same thing.
Exactly.
Well, that's awesome. We're so glad to have you guys together. Thank you so much for joining us here on the Trackside Live stage.
Thanks,
fans, give it up for Ryan Blaney, Brian Tedeschi. And you know what? Speaking of eNASCAR, let's throw it down to our eNASCAR reporter, Alex Weaver.
Thanks, Jose. It is going to be an exciting afternoon, because we have 28 drivers on 14 teams, and they're going to show the top gamer talent in the country, and it's happening right here on this stage. Fans, are you excited? The atmosphere is electric. I'm excited. The fans are excited. But first, we have to see what exactly the eNASCAR Heat Pro League is all about.
2019 is the inaugural season for the eNASCAR Heat Pro League, the first ever NASCAR esports league played on consoles. The league is a collaboration of 704 Games, the developer of NASCAR Heat, and NASCAR's Race Team Alliance. It features 14 of NASCAR's top teams that have each drafted one Xbox player and one PlayStation player to make up their team. Players will compete against each other on some of the biggest tracks from NASCAR's top 3 series on their own personal gaming systems. The 12-race season kicks off before the Coca-Cola 600 with an 8-race regular season and a 4-race playoff. Points will be tallied for both players on each team, and after the final race in October, one team will be named the inaugural eNASCAR Heat Pro League champion.
Fans, you are in for a treat, because the season starts right now at Charlotte. There's 12 total races, 8 regular season races, and 4 playoff races. The championship is a wild card race, so that's going to be determined at a later date where we will be crowning our champion. Now let's take a look at some of the preseason results and who to keep an eye on. These performers performed the best in the exhibition races. One of these guys could end right back up in victory lane today. There's much much more to come. Might try and find a couple of the pole sitters to talk to, but I think Jose has a guy that's used to being a pole sitter.
Hey, thank you so much, Alex. We're over here underneath the M&M's tent, and we're waiting for Kyle to show up here in just a second. But while we wait for that, I think Amy has caught up with a couple of fans over here. Amy, can you maybe grab a quick little word with some of our fans while we're waiting on Kyle here?
Absolutely. Now, I do have a fan right here that might need a direct question from Kyle, but an answer from Kyle. But what's your name and where are you from?
Griffin, and I'm from Georgia.
Griffin, it's great to have you out here. Are you having a good day so far?
Yes, ma'am.
Now, who are you cheering for today?
Kyle.
Of course. Can't wait to tell him that. What's going to be your question once he arrives?
How do you keep cool in the car?
It's a good question, don't you think?
Yes.
What's your second backup question?
Which driver do you want to put in the wall?
I knew that was going to be a crowd favorite. Don't worry, we're going to get those answers for you. Jose, back to you.
Well, Amy, let's take a look at the top 10 lineup here for the Coca-Cola 600. Again, big race coming up. But first of all, before we do that, you know what? Let's talk through it. We got, of course, starting out William Byron in that 24. Eric Almirola is going to be rolling off second in the number 10. And Kyle Busch, just talking about him in that 18. He's got that special paint scheme. And again, a big thanks to M&M's. And if you want to support the troops this star-striped summer, buy those red, white, and blue M&M's, and a portion of the proceeds will go to the USO. Then in fourth, Austin Dillon in that number 3. Hopefully he can recover from yesterday. Had some hot ribs leaning up against the car. And then in fifth will be Kevin Harvick. Rolling off sixth, Daniel Suarez. Seventh, Joey Logano. Eighth, Clint Boyer. Ninth, Ricky Stenhouse Jr. And finally, to round out the top 10, Daniel Hemrick. Now, Daniel Hemrick took over for Austin Dillon yesterday in the Alsco 300, jumping into that ride to take it over for him. So we'll see if that has an effect on him, driving part of the race yesterday and driving the 600 miles today here at Charlotte Motor Speedway. So that's your starting top 10 lineup for the 60th Coca-Cola 600 here at Charlotte Motor Speedway. And once again, a big thanks to M&M's for that star-striped summer. Again, a portion of those proceeds for the red, white, and blue M&M's go to the USO. So that's your top 10, and thanks again to M&M's. You know what? Let's throw it back up to Alex. Alex, you're going to talk us through our pole sitters. Who do we got starting on the pole today in eNASCAR?
Jose, for the Xbox race, we have Track Bar, the man himself right here. I told you I would catch him, so I caught up to him. Let's talk about this opening race at Charlotte, because I know that you're excited. The momentum has been building, so tell me what feelings you have right now.
Nothing but butterflies. It's been an incredible journey to get here, and everyone that's here deserves to be here. It's going to be an awesome race.
So can you take everything that you learned in the exhibition races and bring it to Charlotte today?
Oh, yeah, definitely. Strategy, everything you need to win a race, it all plays out today.
Are you nervous?
Let's not answer that question.
All right, well, here are the guys that he is going to head off against in the Xbox race coming up later this afternoon. You see Track Bar is on the pole. Slick is going to finish out the front row. HD Motorsports in third. Wow, That's Garbage in fourth. And the Bolt rounding out the top 5. Now, right on back to Jose.
Hey, thank you so much. We're down here under the M&M's tent with Kyle Busch, last year's Coca-Cola 600 winner. Kyle, thanks for joining us. And are you looking forward to putting that red, white, and blue M&M's back in victory lane again today?
Absolutely. That's what we come here to do. So, last year was a great night for us, and able to get to victory lane finally in the Coke 600 and celebrate with our family, Sergeant Toth, that was on our car with us. And this year we've got Sergeant Griffin, so we're really looking forward to being able to take him and his memory and his honor and go to victory lane and celebrate tonight.
Well, speaking of red, white, and blue, I know that M&M's has a very special deal going on right now, that when the fans go out and buy red, white, and blue M&M's, portion of that goes to the USO, right?
Absolutely, yeah. It's a really neat deal. M&M's does this every year. They do some great giveaways and things, but they're raising money for the USO, giving away $250,000 for purchases of M&M's products from May through August. So anybody that goes out and buys the red, white, and blue M&M's packaging, please do so. It goes to a great cause.
Well, we actually have some National Guard folks down here in the hospitality area, and Amy is over here, and I think we got a fan with a question for you. Amy, what's the question for Kyle?
Hey there, Kyle. I'm over here with Griffin, whose family member you're honoring on your car this weekend, so wanted to point that out as well. But he had two very important questions for you as well.
Hello, my name is Griffin. How do you keep cool in the car?
Good question. On today, like a day like today, it's a hot one, and it's going to be a problem for some of these guys for the first little while of the race. Thankfully, it's a night race. It's going to cool off a little bit, but overall, we've got some seat blowers. They're basically blowing, 15, 20 degree cooler air than ambient air outside. That goes into our seat. That also goes into our helmet. So that's about all it's going to get, and it's going to be a warm one after that.
And he's got a very important follow-up question.
Which driver do you want to run into the wall?
All of them.
I love it. Great answers and great question over there. Kyle, thank you so much for coming out and hanging out with us. Any final thoughts for the Coke 600 coming up here in just a little bit?
No, I just want to give a huge shout out to all the fans, everybody at Rowdy Nation, all the fans that come out here, support the Charlotte Motor Speedway, support the Coke 600, and also that support our troops. This is an awesome weekend, Memorial Day weekend, so let's remember what it's all about and go out there and have some fun tonight.
I love it. Thank you so much to Kyle Busch. Big round of applause for him and to M&M's. And let's throw it back up on the NASCAR Trackside Live stage to Alex.
Thanks, Jose. It's the greatest day of racing, and we're not bringing you one additional race. We're bringing you two races. The PlayStation race is coming up after the Xbox race. I have the pole sitter for that one here. This is Fast Fed. Tell me about today and what you're feeling.
Feeling great. I got a great Go Fast Gaming Ford Mustang, and hopefully I could keep it out front and win the race.
Now, I know that you guys did Media Day yesterday. You've had a lot of things going on. Go Fast Racing has embraced you into this family. What has that experience been like?
It's very awesome. They're very loving, very welcome. You know, they flew me out to Martinsville and my teammate, Matt. You know, it was a great time, great experience. Thankful for that, and thank you all for all you do for me.
All right, fans, let's hear it for him. All right, he has 13 other competitors that he's going to be racing against tonight. Let's take a look at the starting order for the PlayStation game. Fast Fed right there, starting off on the pole. Pennzoil 2, who you heard from earlier, will be starting on the front row. Rowdy in 3, Slade in 4, and Sloppy Joe in 5. I think Amy has found somebody in the crowd over there. Let's toss it to her.
All right, thank you so much, Alex. We got lots more in store for you here on NASCAR Trackside Live. And again, a big inaugural race from the eNASCAR Heat Pro League right here on the stage. So fans, are you ready for more? Come on, I got to hear you make some noise. Well, let's bring them out. You know them, the NASCAR Hall of Famers, both of them. Please welcome the King, Richard Petty, and Dale Inman.
Hey, man, how's it going?
Man, I'm doing awesome. Thank you so much for coming out here and joining us. Have a seat here, join us.
All right, we can do that.
There you go.
Okay.
Got some comfy chairs for you. Have a little conversation with these fans. They've been waiting out here for a while to see you.
A little warm for me, isn't it?
It's a little warm.
Okay.
A little warm.
We'll fan you, okay?
Yeah. Well, I have to start out this question for both of you. We were talking a little history earlier, and the fact that you guys have almost 200 race wins together, 7 championships. What does it mean in a relationship like that when you guys have worked together so long to be in the NASCAR Hall of Fame?
Yeah, you know, me and him, when Dale was with us, won 7 championships, he got to be a smart butt. He went off and won 8 with somebody else, okay? You know what I mean? Kind of left me behind in that deal. But, you know, you got to figure that, you know, we've been doing this for a long time, and it was kind of a family deal. He's a cousin. You know, my dad and mother owned the business. I drove for him. My brother worked on the engines. He was crew chief. It was just a family deal, and, you know, we had a lot of good luck going along with it, too.
I think good luck, but a lot of hard work, right, Dale?
Well, I think we done it because we couldn't keep a regular job, maybe. It was too much work. No, there was a lot of work back then, and there wasn't all these tents and all these golf carts, believe me, when we started. And it's been a long ride for us.
Oh, there you go. Yeah, we got a little Go Bubba sign out there, a 4-3. Yeah. We're going to talk with him in a little bit. One more question for you all. I know that we see some disagreements between drivers, crew chiefs, et cetera. Did you guys ever disagree?
You gotta be kidding, right?
Did you guys ever disagree? And if you did, how'd you solve it?
We didn't really disagree, but us. But, you know, when you had Walsh up running or Earnhardt or, you know, Allison, from time to time there was a little anniversary deals. But, you know, the deal is we do this every week, okay? And so what happened last week, you better forget it this week because it's a whole new show. And so, you know, I put it this way, we tolerated each other. I look at it from that standpoint.
Dale, it seemed like you tolerate each other pretty well.
Well, it's been a long ride for sure, but you know, we never hit each other with our fists, but we've stood up and drawn back at each other. But yeah, we had some arguments for sure, but we were still trying to make that race car go faster.
That's it. I love it. A common goal.
Yeah.
Well, we're in kind of a new era of NASCAR, and I love that you guys are a part of that, especially you, Richard. And what we want to do is welcome out your first gaming driver. That's right. He's part of the Petty Esports team. So we have him right over here. You want to welcome out Diego Alvarado. Come on out,
All
Diego.
right,
How you doing? Give him a big round of applause.
It's my new driver here, guys.
I love it. Diego, first of all, when Richard Petty says, "This is my new driver," how do you feel when you hear that?
So much goosebumps right now. There's been a lot of new experiences for me this weekend, and I'm just trying to get used to everything. But, oh my gosh, it's been unreal. Such an unreal experience so far.
And you guys said this is the guy you wanted,
Yeah,
right?
the problem is I can't give him any instructions because I know nothing about how to run a computer, okay? so he kind of on his own. But, you know, most of the crew and stuff, I think everybody talks, you know, what do you do under these circumstances? And, you know, and he's been doing this. This is not his first rodeo, okay? So he probably understands a lot more than any of our crew. So we're letting him have the lead.
Dale, you got any tips for Diego there as a crew chief? What do you tell a driver, you know, when they're getting ready to go into their first race?
Well, for sure he's got to hold on, but but the thing I tell the drivers and tell you fans, they don't enjoy this. They're just too lazy to hold a job down. So so no, it's amazing that some of the skills that some of them have, and we'll see it tonight on the track for sure. And why they do it, I don't understand it. I was pretty content working on the car, but you know, forever I probably worried more than Richard did about it. I know I did the first race we went to.
And that's good to have somebody else take that worry off a little bit. Well, Diego, you've got a team too, right, of folks that kind of help you out. Are they taking some of that weight off of you?
Yeah, yes, sir. I mean, big thing has been my friends and family, and then my PlayStation teammate, Mike RPM. Me and him have been bouncing ideas back and forth for the last several months. We've all known that this race is going to happen, and we've been giving it our all to make sure we kick some tail today.
I like that. I like that.
That's good.
I like it when a driver says kick some tail. That means some good things.
First thing you do is tell him, get out front and don't let nobody pass you.
There you go.
Okay.
There you go. That's good advice. Well, it's kind of interesting having, you know, gamers now part of the NASCAR family and the race teams. So I got to know, do you have any tips for autographs or throwing hats or shirts? Anything you can pass along to a new driver there?
He'll have to learn a little at a time. It starts out with, you know, he'll do one autograph. Next time he does two. First thing you know, there's people standing in line getting it. So he'll learn to live with it.
I like it. I like it. Awesome. Well, I have to ask you, Diego, do you have any questions for Dale and Richard? I mean, you got the King, two NASCAR Hall of Famers up here. Any questions for these guys?
I wasn't really prepared for that.
I know. You know what? That's part of it. It's part of it.
I hope one day we can just listen to some of the stories that you two have had, because I'm sure there's so many from the races and just being around each other.
Don't go by what we say. Go, you know what I mean? Yeah. Don't go by what we do. Go by what we say. Okay, that's the way you're supposed to do it.
Well, all right. I think we have time for a quick story. What's your favorite road story? Because you guys, back in the day, there wasn't airplanes flying back and forth. It was you were in a car driving around the country to these races. What's your favorite road story? Richard, Dale, the two of you together. Did you have a favorite story out there on the road? Something went awry or you got in trouble?
You got to figure we've been doing this for 70 years. Okay. And, you know, when we went from here to California, we drove a race car to California 2 or 3 times. And my dad would drive the car, and then we'd try to get it back home. You know, things like that. You had no interstates, so you had to stop at every stoplight. You know, take you 3 or 4 days to do it. And when you got a chance, you run 100, 150 mile an hour, or 120 mile an hour, fastest car to go. And so I guess when you look all back at all the traveling and stuff we've done, we're just lucky to be here, okay? And we thank the good Lord for that.
Well, you know what? I can't wait to hear it. And Diego, I know you're going to get the inside scoop, so I want to hear some more stories, all right?
I'll let you know after today.
Well, fans, how about it? A big thank you to the King, Richard Petty, Dale Inman, and Diego Alvarado. And fans, let's take a look at this first ever eNASCAR Heat Pro League draft.
All right. Live from Phoenix, it's the inaugural NASCAR Heat Pro League Draft.
We're going to make some dreams come true here this morning.
Each team will pick 2 players, one from the Xbox round and one from the PlayStation round.
Good luck to everybody.
With the #1 pick in the Xbox round, Chip Ganassi Racing selects Greg Matazzaro, skirt, Busch.
I've always been a Kurt Busch fan, still unreal.
With the #1 pick in the PlayStation 4 round, Wood Brothers Racing selects Slade Draven.
Whenever there's a chance to make a move, I'll make it. I have the aggression and motivation.
It's a great feeling overall.
Team Penske picks Brian Tedeschi.
RCR Racing selects Sloppy Joe, Joey Stone.
I love this pick.
This is really cool. It's a really neat experience to see this. Proud to be a part of it.
Hendrick Motorsports is going to select Sam Morris. Appreciate the rest of you guys for not picking him.
This guy will be a star.
The amount of talent we have can raise this pro league to the next level. Kurt Busch is coming with the smoke.
One of those guys that got his name called in that draft here is Sloppy Joe. He's starting 5th in the PlayStation race. Austin Dillon called your name. That's a pretty cool experience. Talk about that.
It was just a really crazy experience to have all my close loved ones and family there. We freaked out like I got drafted #1 in the NFL draft. That's what it really felt like. I always had a lot of respect for Austin Dillon, the RCR family, and just to be a part of that organization, especially during the 50th year, it's just incredible, and it's going to be an awesome ride this year for sure.
So tell me about that organization and what it means to be brought into such a historic organization.
It's really a huge honor. Richard Childress Racing is all about family and legacy, especially with Dale Earnhardt, the Intimidator himself, and Kevin Harvick in the early days, and now Austin Dillon in the future. I just look to add more to it. You know, it's all about the legacy, and I hope to only add more to the Richard Childress name for sure.
You ready for today?
I'm ready, man. It's good to start up front for sure. You know, we start on the inside, which is great. Our Caterpillar ZL1 Camaro is really good for the long run for sure. It's going to come down to the wire. I think the first 20 laps is going to be really easy, and then the last 10 or so laps, it's go time, baby. So it's going to be a lot of fun.
All right, well, it is spicy hot out here. And speaking of spicy, Jose, are you on the main stage?
Yes, I am. Thank you, Alex. And I'm having a spicy day with all these fans, and we're ready to keep the show rolling along. So if you would, please welcome to the stage. We were just talking about him, driver the number 43, Bubba Wallace. Come on out, Bubba.
What's going on?
And have you got a couple things to throw away there? All right, so he's going to throw some stuff away, and let's welcome up also CEO of Building Homes for Heroes, Andy Pujol. Thank you so much for joining us. And also we have Scotty. Thank you so much for coming here and joining us. We appreciate you being here with us. Well, we're going to stand here and chat a little bit. First of all, just a quick word about building this Homes for Heroes, Building Homes for Heroes. They're hoping to give away 33 mortgage-free homes in 2019, and they're going to hopefully hit their 200th home this year and 500 homes by 2025, and they wouldn't be able to do it without the friends at Advance Auto Parts, Charlotte Motor Speedway, and of course, the hundreds of thousands of NASCAR fans around the country that help support our veterans. So thank you so much, Building Homes for Heroes. It's a really cool organization. And I think you've got a special presentation maybe to make. I'm going to give you my microphone here and let you chat a little bit.
Yes, first of all, how about one huge hand for Bubba Wallace?
Thank you.
And
Thank you.
we have Army Specialist Scott West here. How about a huge hand for Scott? Yes, and we'll gift our 200th home this year, and one home every 11 days. So please join us along with Advanced Auto Parts. They're amazing. And Coca-Cola, they're amazing. You know, and we're also now gifting homes to Gold Star families. So we honor Memorial Day and Veterans Day each and every day. So look us up, buildinghomesforheroes.org. Please join us and follow Advance and follow Coke. All great, and especially Bubba Wallace. One more big hand for Bubba.
Thank you, guys.
All right, Bubba, I think you've got a little presentation to make as well. Is that right?
Do I?
Are you going to help us out here?
I think so. Are we unwrapping this?
All right, let's see what we got here. Oh, this is like Christmas, right? This is like opening a present. I like this. Oh, yeah, flip it around there.
Turn it around. A brand new mortgage-free home for the West family. Thank you for your service to God, country, flag, and thank you for giving us freedom. Thank you.
How about that? Fans, wasn't that cool? We got a home for the West family. And you know what? Let's get everybody together here and hold that up. We'll get a little group photo here together. So let's get everybody in here and hold that up nice and close. How cool is that? Man, that is awesome. You definitely check out Building Homes for Heroes. All right, let's get everybody in here together. One more time, big round of applause for the West family. What a wonderful presentation. Well, thank you so much to the West family. Thank you to Building Homes for Heroes. Bubba, stick around and chat with us a little bit. Thank you guys so much for coming out today on the NASCAR Trackside Live. Congratulations, and thank you so much for your service. We appreciate it, especially on a weekend like this. Thank you guys again. Well, Bubba, man, it's already, we're not even a few minutes into the interview. We're already giving away homes, having fun.
Man, that gets me emotional. You know how I get, man. That's awesome.
I know.
Really cool.
Well, it's a good thing, and that's one of the questions I wanted to ask you, because we talk about emotion, we talk about honesty of feelings, and I love that. The fans love it. I think it's something that in this sport we see sometimes we get so caught up in trying to be perfect, trying to look cool, but in reality we just want to see people being honest. So I want to thank you, and I know the fans want to thank you for being honest with us.
Yeah, for sure. I appreciate it.
We appreciate it.
Thank you. I am who I am. You know, I was brought up, I guess, the right way. I give credit to my parents. I don't know what's right or wrong. I just do it until I'm told that it's wrong. But I just live life to the fullest every day, and you never know what obstacle you'll go through and what life will throw at you, but you got to keep on trucking.
You know, we all watched last weekend, and you know, getting yourself into the All-Star race by winning one of the open stages. I mean, that was a cool moment, man. That was very cool.
Thank you.
I loved seeing that. So let's talk a little bit about today, because the Coca-Cola 600, this is like the home race, right? This is the one that everybody wants to win. They want to do well.
For sure.
You know, friends and family around, et cetera, right in the backyard. What are you going to do today that's a little different? And it's a longer race, too. I mean, it's the longest race of the year.
It's very long. It's 100 miles longer than wherever we've been. So it's 15 minutes from where I grew up and 15 minutes from where I live now. So it's super nice just to be here, convenient. A lot of familiar faces I've seen over the years coming out. So thank you for the support, the continued support. It means a lot to not only myself, but everybody in the field, everybody in the garage that's busting their tails to get these cars on the track and whatnot in this scorching heat. So I think we're all doing our part of staying hydrated, but we ask you guys to do the same. We don't need y'all passing out. Y'all got a race to watch.
Yeah. Now, speaking of staying hydrated, we see crazy things. You know, stuffing ice bags down into the suit, pouring water. What do you do? You have a tip or a trick to keep cool when you're out there?
Yeah. So you don't want to pour water on yourself because it'll get to the bottom of the seat and start to boil. So if anybody listened to Clint Boyer on the broadcast yesterday, he said he's done that and his butt cheeks turned into scrambled eggs at the end of the race. So
that was a pleasing thing. Yeah, I know. That's an interesting way to describe it. But,
that's right.
So speaking of the call on the race yesterday, doing some pit reporting out there.
Yeah.
How was that?
It was hot. It was very hot. I don't know if the heat was getting to me or whatnot, but there was a lot of miscues. Some on my hand, some I think they were trying to set me up for failure. So we just roll along with it. You know, Ross Chastain had come down pit road and pulled tape off because he was running hot. And all three of them called it up there in the booth. They talked about it, and about 10 seconds later, they came to me and were like, "What's the report on the 4?" And I'm like, counting sheep, I guess. I wasn't ready for it because they already called it. So I just reiterated what they said.
Yeah, it's tough. It's tougher than it looks, right? We see these people and they're like, man, they're pros. They do this.
Yeah.
But it's a little tough to come up with all those fun little nuggets.
No, it is for sure. Regan Smith was my pit road coach, and he was running back and forth between boxes. I was standing where there was a nice breeze the whole time.
I like that. Did Regan tell you where that was, or did you find it on your own?
We both found it together. It was one of the openings to go in the garage. So there was like 3 times we almost got hit or run over by the guys that were coming into the garage. So we had to be on watch out for that.
That's right. Just stay on your toes. Stay on your toes. What do you think? Do you like the pit road reporting? Maybe even being up in the booth? Is that something you're interested in?
I'd rather be in the booth. That's AC up there. That's for sure.
You got to wear a tie, though. It seems like
that's okay. You got AC. That is all right. I sweat when it's 30 degrees out, yet alone 95, whatever it is today.
Yeah, it is. It's warm. What's your favorite summertime activity when you're not at the track, not racing? What do you do to, kind of chill out, relax on a day off, or, maybe a little celebration with friends? What do you like to do to relax?
The biggest thing is just lay low and just be lazy. That's my favorite thing to do, is not do a dang thing. Not do anything at all. Let those dishes sit there. Let the laundry sit there. And I let it keep sitting there. I'm bad about that. But no, just really just kind of, we are so on a schedule. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, we're at home. Thursday, we fly out. I fly out early this week, going to Pocono. Got a lot of stuff to do this week. So it's just, you're always on a grind. So anytime you get a moment to shut your phone off and not do anything, that's what I'm doing. So tomorrow, I think we're going to go over to Stenhouse's place and have a good time with friends there and drink something other than water.
Well, how about y'all want to help out with that? Maybe a little toast. We can all toast and have a beverage with Bubba.
I'll toast too.
I like
with
that.
A Coke right here.
A good little toast, a beverage with Bubba. So hold it up nice and high. So you're getting ready to go over and try to break a world record.
Oh yeah, the selfies.
Yes. So the most number of selfies taken, I think, is 168. Have you got anything set up?
Did Blaney do this recently?
Yeah, he tried it at Atlanta Motor Speedway. He tried it, and he came, I think, 3 short.
Wow.
So
how does it work?
We've got Amy down in the crowd over there, and we're going to send you down over there to hang out with Amy. They're going to walk you through it. Are you ready to give this a shot?
It's a lot better than hanging out with you.
You know what? I agree with you. Amy, why don't we throw it down to Amy? Come on down here. And Bubba's going to come down and try to break a Guinness World Record. Yeah, take that with you on out there.
Fantastic. Thanks so much, Jose. So as Jose mentioned, we're trying to break the Guinness World Record for most selfies right here with Bubba Wallace. Who's in?
Let's do it. Thank you.
We got some people lined up. Now, I want to remind everyone, we're going to need at least 169 people in line. So, guys, line up. We're going to have to make this rapid fire. And listen, don't take your own selfie. We'll get you your photos. Don't worry about that.
So, who's controlling the phone?
You are going to be controlling the phone. This is a selfie contest.
Just one phone?
One phone. This is all you.
That's a lot of time switching back and forth.
Yeah, how do you feel about this?
I'm excited. Now that I know what we're doing, I think we can accomplish it.
Now, since we did this in Atlanta, I want to give you some pointers because we are just shy of it. Make sure you just bob and weave. You got to go back and forth. And I'm going to need you fans to do the same thing. Be ready on his shoulder. You might get shoulder checked, but don't worry about it. Only one fan per photo. Photo has to be clear. You got it?
Okay.
All right.
Sure.
All right, I'm going to hold that for you.
Yes, thanks.
Yep. You want to hold the Coca-Cola?
Yes.
All right. Thanks. All right, are you guys ready? Let's count them in. All right. And don't forget to shuffle people up. Don't be shy. Push them. We're trying to break world records here. All right. Ready? 3, 2, 1. Let's break some world records. Other way. Behinds. Go behinds. Loop back. Nice job, everyone. Nice job. We're 10 seconds on the clock. We're doing well. One person per photo. Don't break the rules. Let's get this done, everyone. All right, perfect. No posing. Keep shuffling back. There we go. Need people out of the way so we can make room for more people. There we go. What's our time? 30 seconds on the clock. How are we doing? What's our count? We got 31. We're going to need to pick the pace up, everyone. Here we go. Keep it going. Nice. 2:15 left on the clock. Nice job, everyone. More people getting in line. We need more people in line. If you can hear my voice over here at NASCAR Trackside Live, we're breaking world records over here with Bubba Wallace. Get on out here. We need your beautiful smiles. We're breaking world selfie tape. Nice job. Look at those smiles. Faster, 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 faster. Let's do this, people. I know you don't know each other, but get close. Let's do this. You're doing great, Bubba. You're doing great, Bubba. All right. Nice. Nice job. Nice job. All right. Remember, there's a line. Remember, there's a line. Hop in line. Otherwise, it's getting a little bit messed up over here. I know you're excited. I'm excited, too. I think we're going to get it, guys. There we go. Nice job. 1:20 left on the clock. How you feeling, Bubba? He's feeling good, guys. He's pulling guys. All right, hop in a line. In a line. Nope, not a line. It's a cluster. All right, there we go. Perfect. There we go. I need you to move faster. I need you to move faster. We've got only 1 minute left to get all of you folks in there. Let's do this. I need you on his shoulder right whenever he leans over. You got this. You got this. We have 53 seconds left. Nice job, everyone. Nice job. Really appreciating this effort. More people in line. More people in line. Let's go. Let's go. We're breaking records here, everyone. Come on. 40 seconds left on the clock. Hustle, hustle, hustle. Hustle, hustle, hustle. We got 30 seconds left on the clock. Bubba, how you doing? He's doing good, 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 good. 24, 23. We need more people in line. We got it. We got 15 seconds. You can do this. Faster, faster. 11, 10, 9, 8,
7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Oh, time is up.
Bubba.
Give yourselves a big round of applause.
Where's mine? Where's mine? Bubba, how you feeling?
My arms are sore. There we go.
Arms are sore. Oh, I get on this one, right?
Yeah.
Perfect.
There we go.
Nailed it. All right, your arms are sore.
Arms are sore. That was a good workout for tonight.
We'll find out if we broke the record in just a little bit. But if you did break the record, you know who you will be joining in that? Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson and Donnie Wahlberg.
Never heard of him.
Never heard of him. Never heard of him. Great job. Thanks so much. Jose, how'd it look from where you were standing?
Amy, it was so awesome. Fans, give yourselves a round of applause. You did a great job with that. We're going to have our Charlotte Motor Speedway team tabulate the results, and we'll be back later on in the show to hear how Bubba Wallace did. So, fans, we still got lots more in store for you. Chase Elliott is still going to be here on the stage, and we still have the eNASCAR Heat Pro League inaugural race. And to tell us a little bit more about that, let's throw it back to the NASCAR Hall of Fame studios. And let's give it up for Chuck Busch and Scott Cole.
Hey, thank you, Jose. Here with Scott Cole. We're in the NASCAR Hall of Fame studios, getting ready to call these races. Scott, the exhibition races are done, and we're getting ready to kick this season off. How excited are you?
Well, I'm ecstatic. It's so long of a journey for these pro drivers just to get to this very point, and now they get to prove it on the big stage.
Well, let's take a look at the rundown, see what the fans are going to see tonight in these races at Charlotte Motor Speedway. They're both 40 laps in length. There will be one pace lap and a competition caution on lap 20. Pit window, 14 to 16 laps. Now, tell the fans about this 4 times wear. What exactly
we're only
does that
running
mean?
40 laps, but to make it more interesting, it's 4 times wear. So that's like us running 160 laps out on Charlotte. So pit strategy, especially fuel management after that competition yellow, is going to be a big deal.
All right, so we've got the Xbox race and we've got the PlayStation race. Who are you looking at in the Xbox race to go out there and get the checkers?
Well, for me, it's Slick. He represents Stuart Haas Racing. He is probably the best driver since day one, and now he gets the opportunity to be not on the pole, but close enough to make an impact over there on Xbox.
Fun thing about the Stuart Haas guys, they are wearing helmets trying to keep their identities anonymous. Now let's move to PlayStation. Who is your favorite in the PlayStation race?
Well, on the PlayStation side, it's the guy on the pole because he's so fearless, and it's because it's fast fed. And this is the guy that won the 10K down in Miami. He's got experience on the big stage, and I think he'll prove it again here today.
A fun fact about this season, if a team sweeps both races in a night, they could lock themselves into the playoffs. What's a team that you could see maybe doing that tonight at Charlotte?
Well, it's the team that had the best draft. It's Levine Family Gaming. I know, not racing, gaming, right? The gaming side, they got Bear, they got HD, 2 steals in the draft. They did it in the exhibition when we practiced on Charlotte. They could do it again here.
Well, it's definitely going to be an exciting race. I'm looking forward to it. I know you're looking forward to it. But right now, we're going to take it back out to Charlotte Motor Speedway. Amy, how are things back out there, Trackside Live?
Thanks so much, Scott and Chuck. Trackside Live is great. How'd you guys feel about that world record selfie attempt? You guys did fantastic. Lots of bobbing and weaving, very fast. Great time. Good time had by all.
That's right. Well, are we ready?
I'm ready. I've
Are we
been
ready? You guys ready for some more of this
so
show?
Excited. Welcome back. And let's give a warm NASCAR Trackside Live welcome to driver of the number 9, Chase Elliott.
Welcome out, Chase. Good to see you. Come on out here.
I was supposed to
You
know
got
these
some
out.
stuff? Yeah.
Oh, here we go.
Hook our fans up there with some fun stuff.
Sitting down.
Great to have you here.
Yeah, thank you.
How y'all
Welcome
doing?
out to NASCAR Trackside Live.
Yeah, thanks. This is my first.
I know, your
experience,
first
yeah.
time. Welcome.
Yeah, I
Welcome.
appreciate it.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've been looking forward to this. So,
Well, here,
Yeah.
Oh, look.
here I am. Thank you.
are you gonna come hang out too?
Hey, it's a great honor.
It's an honor.
I think that's
he
the
just
first.
he just attempted to beat the world selfie attempt. Yeah, world record selfie. I'm done.
Did he succeed?
We don't know yet.
You don't know.
We're working on our team with the numbers and the calculators is back behind the stage working on it really
Very
hard.
good.
Yeah. Yep. So I don't. Have you broken any world records? Are you part of any Guinness World Records? That
I
you know
don't
of?
think so. No, I don't. Not that I know of. If I did, it wasn't on purpose. So,
And you'll find out about it later.
yeah, exactly.
I'm
I
sure.
know that you're on your way to have been piloting most vehicles, though. So you've got helicopters, airplanes, race cars. Anything else we need to know about?
No, I don't. I don't think so. What's that? Wash cars? Yeah, I did wash some cars the other day. But no, I think you about covered it. I like I like things with motors and learning how to operate them. I think it's pretty fun, so I enjoy that.
Well, and I want to hear more about the helicopter side because I remember we were together in Nashville, and there was a helicopter that landed was going to take you over to a shop for a signing, and the pilot walks out and you're like, oh, I've got some hours on this machine. The pilot's like, well, hey, you want to take it? And you jumped in and took up, doors were off, everything, and you're flying over. I just thought that was so cool. You're just like, yeah, I got this. I'm going to jump in a helicopter and take off.
Yeah, that guy was really cool. So we were doing an appearance for the Speedway in Nashville or Bristol in Nashville, and yeah, we were going somewhere, and this guy came in this R44, which just so happened to be the same helicopter I did all my training in. So yeah, he was an instructor too, so that was really the only reason he let that happen. But anyways, yeah, he's like, you fly any? I was like, yeah, I actually just finished my helicopter rating, and he's like, you want to fly us over to the place? I was like, sure. So we hopped in and went. It was cool.
I can only imagine. I'm sure that's just got to be the coolest thing in the world. Like, Chase Elliott is driving your helicopter. That's as a helicopter I'd like to be on.
Well, that guy didn't care. It wasn't his, but yeah, he was just happy to be there.
Yeah. So what do you prefer, being in the sky or 4 wheels on the ground?
I like them both, for sure. It's tough. I mean, obviously the racing side I feel like is, one upset for me just because of my background and trying to get here, I guess. So it's because of the racing that allows for the flying. So I would say racing first.
Definitely. And a lot of the family tradition. I really enjoyed the Talladega video that you posted before the big win. And that in the tail end of the video, it was saying, Bill Elliott wins Talladega.
Yeah.
And now you might have your own compilation coming out.
Yeah, that was just kind of weird, really, just how that whole week, worked, and the video that we got done, and to win that weekend was special, and have my mom and my grandmother there, which was pretty cool. They weren't at any of the races last year, so it was neat to have them there. And my dad missed it. My mom was there, so she missed him last year, and he was there, so it kind of all came full circle. It was a good deal.
we've been talking about memorabilia this weekend. For some reason, it's come up, do drivers hang on to stuff? What's your favorite piece? So do you have something, either a piece of sheet metal or something that hangs in your garage or your house that you're like, that's one of my favorite pieces?
I keep a lot of stuff. I wouldn't say I'm a hoarder, but I keep I keep a lot of things. It's hard to pick one. I've been lucky to keep some of our cars from our short track days. So Snowball Derby win car and some of those races that really felt like allowed for some of the opportunity on down the road, I feel like are really the important ones. So that kind of thing. I like, helmets or gloves or all that stuff's special, and it may not seem like it at the time, but looking back in 10, 15 years, be like, wow, I wish I had that helmet I wore that day, or that set of gloves, or whatever. So I think it's important to keep up with that stuff, and victory lane hats. It's all you don't get that stuff every week. So I think it's important to keep it all.
And we've got some e-gamers that are going to be up here. Trying to win these helmets up here.
That's right.
Yeah, eNASCAR drivers. And you actually were at the inaugural eNASCAR draft. How was that?
I was, yeah. Different for sure. Definitely different. But it's a time where honestly, I'm surprised this hasn't happened before now. With all the online gaming, I like to game, and it's really something that's been going on for a while, but just to have it on this stage, I think is cool. And oddly enough, I even recognize some of the names of guys who drive, or for the teams, and guys that I've either spent some time with on iRacing or raced with on Xbox or whatever. So that's pretty cool. And obviously there are guys who are better at it than others, and that's why they're fixing to go race.
Pro League, baby.
I know. It's fun to watch, and you're going to get to see it here in just a little bit. But you have a really special partnership, and that's part of the reason that you're here. The folks at Untuck It, who make shirts that are designed to be worn untucked and look really cool.
Yeah, like this one.
Exactly.
Untucked.
I love it. I'm the same way. I wear my shirts untucked. They're doing a limited edition, made in America, actually made in North Carolina shirt. And part of the proceeds, a donation from the Chase Elliott Foundation and also Untuck It, are going to go to the VFW. And then they're also making a donation to Intrepid Fallen Heroes Fund. So we're really excited about that. And I think we've got some folks that are going to come out here and chat a little bit.
Yeah, what do you say we meet the CEO of Untuck It, Aaron Andres? Welcome out to NASCAR Trackside Live. And we have a special guest, Jeff Higgins, as well. Get on out here, Jeff.
Come on up here.
From VFW. Thank you so much for being here.
Yeah.
Welcome.
Hey, thank you. Thank you so much.
Really like your poppy, too.
I know.
Thank you.
Nice touch.
Well, we have a special presentation here. It looks like you've actually got an Untuck It shirt hanging right there. What have we got there? Something special?
I do. Yeah, thanks. So just a quick thing to say at the outset to Chase. I'm up here this morning and feel very, very overwhelming sense of gratitude. Gratitude for Chase for partnering with us on the VFW and on Memorial Day. Gratitude for the VFW and the Help a Hero Foundation. The sales of the shirts go to support. And gratitude that we're here, right? That all the sacrifices that the men and servicemen have made so we can be here on such an amazing day.
Yeah, absolutely. So, it's always a cool weekend, and we've been lucky enough to probably see it once or twice, but anybody who hadn't seen the 600, it's a special week, and obviously Memorial Day being tomorrow. So appreciate what you guys do, and it's been a cool project. We've been working with Untuck It and been partners for a little while now, so made a lot of sense, and glad it worked out good for us.
Yeah, it worked out great. My only regret was that we didn't make more shirts because they have been flying off. There are some left in the Chase Elliott trailer just behind us. But what I wanted to say is because we kind of sold out quickly, Untuck is going to double the contribution that we were making to the VFW.
You know what? That is excellent. Thank you so much. And you've got a special presentation
and I do,
here, right?
for Mr. Higgins here. Jeff, this is a shirt for you along with the $200 gift certificate to Untuck It.
Thank you,
all the
Jeff.
gratitude, man.
Thank you so much.
On behalf of the Veterans of Foreign Wars, I would like to thank Chase and Aaron and everything you guys are doing. So thank you again.
Yeah, man. Thank you. Appreciate your service.
Thank you so very much. And thanks for being here on NASCAR Trackside Live. Thank you all.
All right, thank you.
Yeah, thanks, guys.
Fans, make sure you go visit the Chase Elliott hauler over there. Hopefully they'll have a few of those shirts left over, and you can go grab one.
I'm not going anywhere.
Yeah, Chase, you're going to stick around and chat with us.
It took you long enough to get here, so you should just stay
Okay,
now.
yeah, I'll stay.
All right,
I'll just
cool.
miss the race. Yeah, we'll just stay here.
All right, let's welcome on out Bubba Wallace. Let's see how he did on this selfie world record attempt.
Come on up here, Bubba.
How
Join
you
us
doing?
here.
How you
Yeah,
doing?
grab
Here
a
you go,
mic.
take mine, please.
No, we got
All right,
mic
then
for
you
him right
take
there. There
his.
you go.
You take that one.
Yeah. It's the microphone dance.
Did we beat it?
I thought we were going to be out.
What?
How'd we do?
What?
How'd we do?
I don't know. I don't have the number.
I don't have the numbers.
Were you still working on it?
we're-
What? 158?
Well, we were
150.
we were 19 short, folks.
Oh,
That's all.
man. So we were so
I
close.
thought my right side was doing really good.
Yeah.
My left side was struggling a little bit. And then at the end, my right side died down.
So Chase, you're next, right?
Sure, maybe. I don't know.
Verbal confirmation.
Sounds like you failed, so
Me and Ryan failed.
I'm not sure I want to.
That makes sense,
Fail
though. You're
again.
better than us, so you can get it done.
Oh, come on.
That's not accurate, but
Come
that's
on,
okay.
come on.
It's all right.
Are you two looking forward to 600 miles tonight?
Sure.
Yeah, I'm excited about it. Yeah, I've been, be good to sweat a lot, and that's got to be healthy, I guess.
You want a sip?
Sweating. What is that?
Water.
Oh, well, that's not exciting.
Well, wait. What's going to be in the cup tomorrow? What are you guys doing tomorrow to celebrate?
Not water. I can assure you, not water.
Are you going to stay here?
Absolutely
Yeah.
not.
See, he
Yeah.
leaves us.
Yeah.
See, he leaves us.
I've been here all week. All week.
I've been here all my life.
Well, I'm happy for you. Really happy for you.
What is it like having everyone kind of hang out for the week, Bubba?
We actually haven't hung out. He's been staying in his bus, and I've been doing A to Z, 1, 2, 3, multiple times. So I see him in passing. I bombarded his bus the other night. He was fixing his new phone. Did you get that all squared away?
I busted a phone the other day, so that was unfortunate. So yeah, it's been about 3 hours of my life trying to get my new one working. So,
but usually it's nice. We're a phone call away, a text away. If he's up and has time, we'll all try to get together, do something, go up to GoPro, grab dinner or something. So it's good times.
Well, it sounds like Chase Elliott's going to start his own wrecker service or help recovery service. If you run out of gas or whatever, you're there to come fix it, right?
It is a good thing you were here all week because you needed to help out
Yeah.
Ryan the other day.
yeah, I got a phone call. Ryan was out of gas, so I just happened to be right down the road and just happened to have a.
You're actually 30 minutes away because you came from here, right?
No, I was up there.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I was about to say. Okay.
Bubba, the real question is, why didn't he call you first?
That's a good question. He didn't even invite me to the dirt track the other night. I just showed up. He was like, "Oh, hey, man, what's going on?"
Well, that was rude.
Those two guys went.
That was rude of him, wasn't it?
Yeah, rude of you as well.
Well, not
Wait,
me.
Chase wants to know how you feel about
But yeah, he didn't. I was busy anyways. I've seen it. I forgot where I was. I think I was in New York. So that'd have been a little tough for me.
Yeah, it seems like Chase used to be the one getting left out, and I don't know, maybe
It goes through transitions, so now it's my turn.
Do you guys have like a secret handshake or something? Is there like a like when you guys meet up? Is there like a
It's really awkward.
Really?
Yeah, I mean we don't even.
Yeah, we don't. So like our.
It's just very light.
Yeah, we don't.
We kind of like touch the webbings of our. Yeah, that's it. That's it.
That's a thing.
It's a
Well, then
thing.
you don't get the sweaty hands. So it's
That is true.
Yeah.
That's true.
Sweaty hands are gross.
Yeah, that is,
To be honest
yeah.
with you, it's
Yeah.
kind of bad.
We're expecting everyone to have sweaty hands after 600 miles. Thank you both so much for being
Yeah.
here. Good luck this evening on
Cool.
the,
Thank you.
the Coca-Cola 600.
That's
Best
right.
of luck. Fans, give it up for Bubba Wallace
Appreciate
and
it.
Chase
Thank you.
Elliott.
Thank you so much, race fans. And it is my extreme pleasure to announce at this very moment, happening here on the NASCAR Trackside Live stage for the first time ever, eNASCAR Heat Pro League Series race starting right now.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to the inaugural eNASCAR Heat Pro League race live from Charlotte Motor Speedway. We're kicking off this season, and it's going to be an action-packed two-race show for you today. All of these drivers are going to be ready to go. They've been going through their preseason, and now it's time to get this season started. I'm Chuck Busch, joined by Scott Cole here in our NASCAR Hall of Fame studios. Scott, how excited are you for this race today?
Well, it's been a long time coming, and I know especially for these guys that put thousands and thousands of hours in just to get to this point, just to be a part of these 28 drivers that we're going to see today. Much deserved for these drivers to have a chance on the big stage.
Well, let's take a look at what the season's going to look like for these drivers, how they're going to make it through to the playoffs and eventually crown a champion in the first eNASCAR Heat Pro League season. It is a 2-console systems, the Xbox One and the PlayStation 4. 14 drivers on each system. That means 1 driver per console, 2 drivers per team in a 12-race season, 1 champion at the end in a wild card finale. It's going to be an exciting season.
Yeah, I mean, you see those teams there. To get drafted and be able to race for those teams, be a part of those organizations, what a thrill it is for these drivers.
Well, let's get things kicked off. We're going to go back out to Charlotte Motor Speedway and Alex Weaver, who is going to set us up for our Xbox race. She's going to give us the lineup. Alex, how are you doing?
Chuck, I am doing great. I've been excited for this all day long. Are you guys ready to meet some drivers? All right, let's start driver introductions for the Xbox race. Coming up, starting 14th, driving the number 13 for Jermaine Gaming from Stillwell, Kansas, Jacob Kerr. Give it up for him, fans. Starting 13th, driving the number 1 for Chip Ganassi Gaming from Los Angeles, California, the City of Angels, Skirt Busch. Driving 12th, the number 43 for Petty Esports from Chino Hills, California, Diego Alvarado. Starting 11th, driving the number 3 for RCR Esports from Bridgeport, Texas, the J Mac Attack. Now, fans, your starting top 10. Starting 10th, driving the number 32 for Go Fast Gaming from Rochester, New York, Go Fast Matt. Starting 9th, driving the number 16 for Wood Brothers Gaming from Lake Worth, Florida, Casey Gomes. Starting 8th, driving the number 5 for Hendrick Motorsports Gaming Club from DuPont, Indiana, Moordog. Starting 7th, driving the number 88 for Junior Motorsports from Ohio, JRM Dohar. Starting 6th and driving the number 22 for Team Penske Esports from Illinois, Shelby Power. Starting 5th, driving the 18 for Gibbs Gaming from East Brunswick, New Jersey, the Bolt. Starting 4th and driving the number 6 for Roush Fenway Gaming from Frankton, Indiana. Wow, that's garbage. Starting 3rd and driving the number 95 for Levine Family Gaming from Cantonsville, Maryland, HD Motorsports. And on your front row, starting 2nd, driving the number 14 for Stuart Haas Gaming from Lebanon, Virginia, Slick. And your pole sitter for the Xbox race this afternoon, driving the number 37 for JTD Jordy Throttles from McCall, South Carolina, Track Bar. All right, Chuck and Scott, we're excited. These drivers are going to get locked and loaded in their seats here. Back to you guys in studio.
That is one heck of a lineup for this Xbox race. Scott, what are you looking for? What are we going to see in this race? What's the style of play for these Xbox drivers?
Well, I'm just interested in the way these guys are going to start, and especially with Slick and HD Motorsport being at number 2 and number 3. So Slick starting on the outside in that number 2. Watch for his buddy HD to let him slide in off the start. We'll see where it goes from there.
Now we can see some players opting for controllers and some going with the steering wheel. What's the decision behind that choice?
Some of it is what you're comfortable traveling with, what you can get through TSA. The other is just, depending on the track. We got some guys on short tracks that like to use the controller. If you talk about a super speedway like Talladega, maybe they go with the wheel. But a lot of folks just like the feedback. And, of course, Charlotte being a mile and a half, it's sort of in between.
Well, and I'm digging some of the shirts these guys are wearing. You've seen the support from the teams getting behind these drivers. It's pretty awesome. What are some of the favorite things you've seen so far out of these guys?
Well, the cool thing is you got these racing teams that you grew up watching. I mean, go all the way back to, Richard Petty and the 43, and they've sort of embraced gaming, embraced esports, and now, you got Stuart Haas Gaming and Levine Family Gaming. They know this is the future. This is the audience. You and I grew up watching NASCAR, but for them, a lot of these guys got involved with the NASCAR game before they ever watched a race. So it's cool to see these two worlds finally colliding.
Well, and I know growing up, I played a couple of NASCAR games, and, you turn the damage off, and you just go out there and have fun. But what are they doing when we're talking about the 4 times wear, when we're talking about pit stops? Like, what is the strategy that goes into this race?
Well, they get to set up the car, right? There's no default setups. They go in, there's these custom setups. A lot of them have crew chiefs, even at the team level, or guys that didn't quite make the cut into the Pro League, try to help them out, try to set up their car. And a lot of it is going to depend on that final half of the race. After we have the competition yellow, set my car up so I have enough fuel savings to be able to get all the way to the end if we have green racing.
Now, we've been talking about it for the Cup guys that are going to go out there in the 600 today, heat playing a factor. Is heat going to play a factor with any of these drivers? I know
maybe for Stuart.
Yeah, they're wearing the helmets. Is he trying to cool himself down a little bit, you think?
I do get a little nervous about the wheel. The wheel sitting out there, 90-plus degree heat. There's internal mechanisms inside that. And, of course, anytime you got a helmet on with no cool box, we say press F in the chat to pay respects to guys that are having to go through this. But also a cool marketing thing that Stuart Haas Gaming is doing for sure.
Well, I think Alex has caught up with the Bolt. Let's go back out to the track and check in with Alex. Alex, what you got for us?
He looked at me like he was very surprised he was about to do this. I did catch up with the Bolt. We were about to get started here with green flag. How are you feeling?
I'm feeling great. This is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity, so happy to be with Gibbs Gaming, Joe Gibbs Racing, and Interstate Batteries. Let's go get it. Going to do the best I can and trying to have a lot of fun.
He has the gloves on, guys. He's been ready for about an hour now. He's been sitting in his chair. I've seen him warming up. Do you feel confident that you can park it in victory lane?
I think so. I mean, we have a really good car here. Pretty good at managing my way through traffic. Just going to do the best I can, and yeah, I think we can do it.
All right, go fast, Matt. I'm coming your way. All right, how are you feeling about this race?
Feeling great. Really excited for today. I got a good car. FedEx really helped me out with the setup, and hoping to be there at the end and try to contend for a win.
Have you had any nerves today at all?
Very, very nervous. This entire weekend has just been absolutely crazy, from doing the production stuff yesterday to today and being on the track and on a stage in front of people. Really, really nervous, but going to try to make the best of it here and bring home a win.
All right, good luck. I've caught up with Shell V-Power 22. Tedeschi, how are you?
Doing really good. Really excited for the race. I think we got a really good number 22 Shell V-Power Nitro Plus Ford Mustang. I think we'll have a really good race today.
Did you get any pre-race motivation chat from Ryan Blaney?
Yeah, just said go out there and just keep on winning. The best advice I can get.
All right, Scott, Chuck, back to you guys. These guys are ready.
I love the Team Penske getting the plugs in there with Shell. Yeah, they're teaching them right. But they brought up a good point there. Are nerves a factor? Normally, they're in their comfort zone. They're in their home. They're working off of their consoles. But now they're on a stage at the track in front of these race fans. How's that going to affect them?
Well, I think this is the first time that, you got drafted, but now this is the first time you get to represent the team on the track. And you know how important it is. This is only a 12-race season, so getting off to a good start is very important. And for a lot of these guys, it's the first time they've ever met. They've raced thousands and thousands of hours against each other on Xbox or on PlayStation, depending on what platform. But now you're shoulder to shoulder, and I think some of that will come into play.
All right. Well, I think we're getting close to going green here at Charlotte in this inaugural race of the eNASCAR Heat Pro League. Drivers getting ready. You can see it here on the stage, at the track, or live on the internet, loading up everything for virtual Charlotte Motor Speedway.
The interesting thing is you saw two youngsters, 18 years old, having a chance to go out there. Of course, Brian Tedeschi, he has his degree from Purdue in engineering, so he knows a thing or two about what makes a car go.
There must be something about Purdue and producing some engineers.
I think they've done okay.
I think I know of a couple that have come out of there. All right, so what are some of the big keys to this race that you think we're going to see? I know we got that competition caution coming out. What's it going to be like before that caution and then after the caution?
The start. The start is everything. I know we're going to have a pace lap here, so everybody's not on top of each other, but if there is a yellow in that first 20 laps, the restart can make or break your race.
So talk me through those restarts. How are these guys setting them up? I mean, you got your guys with the controller, you got your guys with the wheel. Talk me through a restart.
Yeah, I mean, on the controller, you will shift gears, right, with the buttons. Now with the wheel, you're going to either use a manual shifter or the paddle. So that could certainly come into play on that restart. How you have your gear ratio set up might be the difference between slowing someone down or plowing into the back of them.
We are getting things going with the pace lap here at
How about those cars, by the way? How about those custom paints?
Nice. These skins are looking good. As we are calling off the start for right now, going back to check out our drivers getting ready. This has got to be, throw a little bit more pressure on them. They're like, oh, we're getting ready to go?
Yeah, I'm trying to look at it. It looked like everybody was in and everybody was ready to go. Maybe missing one person. Hey, no shoes?
No shoes. I've noticed a couple of guys
You're wearing a helmet but no shoes.
Is that for more feel on the pedals?
I think so. I mean, you'll get force feedback from the wheel itself, but you're not getting any feedback from those pedals, and some of it's just so you don't get caught up because you don't have a heel-toe situation when you're talking about these cars.
Well, I'm glad we're not in smell-o-vision because I'm not sure on a day like today.
They look clean. Come on.
On a hot day like this, your feet are sweating. And you're already on stage, so you're a little bit nervous. There's a little more sweat coming out of the feet.
One of the crazy things I was thinking about, Chuck, is, this racetrack opened in 1960. When they were putting this thing together, did they ever think that would come down to this? Video games wasn't even in their minds back then.
No, and I'll tell you what, growing up in this town and seeing how this track has evolved over the years, it's awesome. They've been at the forefront. If you look at Memorial Day weekend, they have done a lot of stuff to honor the troops there, and they've led the charge in that. And now with this e-gaming, NASCAR esports, getting out there, it's going to be awesome.
The cool thing is, when you talk to the drivers that race at the Cup level or the Xfinity level, they'll tell you the same things. You ask them their strategy for Charlotte. Then you ask our drivers here the same. They'll give you similar strategies. Hey, I might run down at the bottom at this part, but maybe for fuel saving, I start to get up by the wall and vice versa, whatever you're comfortable to. And it's going to be interesting to see what line gets set early and, do some of these guys that qualified at the top. And I even go to Mr. Track Bar here, who I think is very good on short tracks. I think he's going to be holding up some of these guys on this first lap just due to the speed that's going to be behind him.
Well, let's go back out to the track and check in with Alex. I think she's caught up with somebody to get a true answer on the shoe situation.
Hey, Chuck. Yeah, you guys are talking about no shoes out here, but it is hot, so I kind of understand. Garbage, you have no shoes on. Why do you have no shoes on?
I like to feel the pedals between my toes.
So is it a superstitious thing now? Can you ever race with shoes on?
Yeah, if I'm not trying to be too competitive about it, or if they're a little bit thinner shoes. The ones I have with me today are fairly stiff, so.
And how do you feel about the race today? Are you nervous, excited?
I'm excited. I hope we can keep her green and keep her under control and bring it home.
All right, guys, he likes to feel the pedal between his toes. So there's your answer. Chuck and Scott, take your shoes off.
I asked Chuck specifically not to. I'm like, can you put them back on? I know he's got some loafers on.
Yeah, no socks. I'm not going socks today. It's a loafer day, so I'm going sockless. Now, you have seen over the years with NASCAR drivers, the shoes have evolved.
Absolutely.
Used to be they were wearing loafers and whatever they could find, cowboy boots. Now they've got special shoes. Maybe we'll get some some special
Someone's got to
eNASCAR
get on
shoes.
that. Someone's got to get on that because it seems to be a pattern, like half shoes, half not shoes. The interesting thing about Garbage, this is a guy that for a lot of times didn't have a great connection on his home base, which kind of held him back. But now you're on a land environment. Everyone's in the same place. Everyone's got the same connection. It's going to be interesting to see what he does. He might be our dark horse.
Could be. We'll find out. Looks like we're loading back up again. Try and get these cars lined up and ready to go here at Charlotte Motor Speedway in what has already been an action-packed day of racing. We've got more coming at you right now. I am looking forward to this.
Yeah, Xbox is a group of 14 that is very talented from, I'd say, 7 and above. When we get to PlayStation, you're going to literally see 1 through 14. Absolutely any of them could win this race. So we got 2 great races coming your way, both on separate platforms.
And I think this is going to be a cool experience for the fans watching. We're going to be able to see the drivers in their setup, but also watch the game.
Sure.
Do a little side-by-side if you're watching on the internet or at the track. It'll be pretty cool. The pace lap is underway as they cross the start-finish line. We will have 1 pace lap, and then we will go green.
And part of it is what I alluded to earlier. This gives them a chance to, I mean, what it says, set a pace where you can, where you can space each other out and get ready to go.
Well, this being the inaugural race of the eNASCAR Heat Pro League, we have got a special guest in race control with us today. We have former event director for NASCAR, David Hoots, who is going to call us to the green flag. So we're going to take it downstairs to Mr. David Hoots.
He looks locked in.
Okay, gentlemen, let's just get this race started off properly. Remember that we have a competition yellow at lap 20. Stay in line till you cross the start-finish line. 40 laps will be the race event lists. And give us a good start. Have a great race. You'll be coming to the green. Green, green, green.
Track Bar getting out to an early lead as they head into 1 and 2. A little bit of nostalgia there here in David.
I know. That was enough to make it intense. We already got some action.
Put it out. Put it out. Back straight away.
And the first caution is out on the first lap of the race on the backstretch. Track Bar out front, Slick in second, and wow, that's Garbage in third. HD in fourth, and Shell back in fifth.
Looked like somebody got into the number 18 of Bolt. He was right along in the middle of the pack, and I talked about just once the race gets going, you're on green, it's fine. But he's the one that contacts the wall and then ends up causing the rest of the carnage.
Gets a little bit squirrely on that backstretch. Let's get down to Alex and Diego, see if she can catch up with him.
All right, I have Diego down here who just had an accident on the track, but how are you feeling? I know that it's early in the race. I know you feel like you can bounce back.
Yeah, I think we'll be fine. Getting all the damage repaired. 88's in front of me, and I just had nowhere to go. So just to start, we still got plenty of time.
All right, Scott and Chuck, back to you guys.
You're set, getting ready to go back to green.
That's what I warned you about, though, Chuck. These restarts are very, very tough.
See Track Bar still with the lead, Slick to his outside as they work their way into turn 1. A lot of side-by-side racing going on. Cars getting a little squirrely in there.
Yeah, maybe that's enough to warn them early that, hey, let's watch it down this back stretch as you already see a bit more contact.
You see Garbage working the back bumper of Track Bar there, trying to look for an advantage, or is he, what's he looking for there?
A little intimidation factor, to say the least. You got someone like, wow, that's Garbage, who's one of the fastest guys, if not the fastest guy on the track. That's intimidating when you look back there and see that Oscar Mayer.
Well, so far, Track Bar's been able to hold him off. I know we're now just a couple of laps into this race, but he looks like he might be building a little bit of a lead as they head into turn 3.
Now, the interesting part there was the two people I warned you about, the number 14 Slick, 95 HD Motorsport. When they got separated, they can no longer shake and bake.
They cannot, but if you look back there from 3rd to about 5th, they're starting to kind of clump up, maybe make a run on the leader here.
I mean, that's always their plan. Is they love to slingshot, so to speak. They will let the leader get way out there and get almost no draft. Then they'll pile up and they'll come by just like a train on the outside.
When you see there, looks like Wow That's Garbage getting away from the 22 of Shell Power and Slick as they cross the start-finish line. 34 to go in this race as the cars head back into turn 1.
This is where we've had some trouble coming off of turn 2, keeping it straight. Let's see if they can iron it out now that they got some space.
Slick looking, we're looking at the onboard there of Slick as he's working behind the 22 of Shell V-Power.
At this point, the number 3 J Mac just knows he's slower. He's slower than everybody. He's trying to hold it to the outside, let the faster cars by. And we got a few folks out on the grass here early.
Oh. Put it out, front straightaway.
We saw it in Texas last week. There were a lot of incidents there at the start-finish line, the tri-oval. We've got that here at Charlotte Motor Speedway. Again, what happened on that one?
Well, you know, when we talked about before coming on air, you and I said these guys drive as loose as they can because loose is fast. You're coming off of 4, you're trying to hold it, you're trying to get right through that apex to take it down to turn 1, and you can see him just, the number 32 of Fast Matt, just lose it.
Just ducks down into the grass, then comes back up, collects a couple other cars, and boom, makes contact, goes around.
Really, Diego lucky just to get through there. That could have been much worse for the 43. Oh my goodness.
Alex has caught up with Moordog. Alex, what happened out there?
Well, Chuck, it's not hard to catch up with them when they're seated, but it's a good thing. I have Moordog here. What happened out on the track?
I'm just getting caught up in some people's issues right now, but we'll get it figured out by the end of the race.
Green.
Do you feel confident?
Yeah, I feel really good about the car. We'll get to it at the end.
All right, Chuck, Scott, back to you.
Moordog is a guy that came out of nowhere in the qualification period while they were trying to get drafted. He's calm, cool, and collective. You like to see that off of early yellow coming in.
I'm loving these restarts. They're getting real racy and they're making contact and wrecking down the back stretch.
Back straightaway.
You saw that coming. They were getting real racy on that restart, making it 3 wide in some places, and you just can't hold that coming off 2.
Well, you know, if anyone has taken an advantage here from all this going on is the 88 of Dohar.
Let's take a look at this replay.
Climbed up to the top. They're just coming off of 2 and not giving each other enough space. You can tell the ones that got the speed that's able to carry it, and the others that
it's like Garbage
quite comfortable.
Garbage was making a couple of moves, which caused a couple other guys to check up, and then you collect several cars in that incident.
Yeah, anytime you're trying to go 3 wide on the back here at Charlotte, it's just not going to work out.
Ooh, and there you see Slick rolling over. Now, can he bounce back from that?
Well, they're going to try to hold the damage here, see if they can get in. A few of them have dropped back to the pack just because you really can't carry on when you got that much damage to the aero.
Green.
26 to go already.
Back under green. Let's see if they can make it around on this restart. 3 wide, they're heading into 1. Several cars 3 wide. Garbage getting off of the track a little bit.
Best 2 that we have at Charlotte on Xbox are currently 1 and 3. The 88 and the 95. Those are the 2 cars you want to watch the rest of the way.
Oh, HD making contact with the wall and contact with Slick. And Slick is in the wall as well. Spinning around as they come back across the start-finish line. And that was Bolt spinning as well.
I think Hoots at this point has just said, let's let them race. Let's see if they can get some space and work it out, or we might be throwing yellows all day.
Caution is out.
Turn one.
Caution is out in turn 1. 24 to go. Dohar is currently listed as your leader.
This will be the competition yellow.
Let's see the
competition yellow.
Things look like they might be getting a little bit heated on.
Oh, it's getting testy out there.
Let's take a look at this replay.
I think at this point, you know, I told you on Xbox, you got 7 great drivers. You got other ones that are trying to prove themselves. And I think that top 7 they've had enough with the rest of the field.
Man, talking it out down there on the stage. Let's get down to Alex with an update. Alex, what's going on down there?
All right, I'm coming over to track bar. How are you feeling?
I was feeling pretty good, so I got put in the wall right there. But they want to see aggressive. I'm going to show them aggressive, getting to the front here.
All right, I'm going to let him race. We're coming back to the green. Track bar is going to try to get back into the lead.
Track bar. Green. Green out with 20 to go.
He was your guy on the pole position. Now he's all the way back at 11th. Let's see if we can go green the rest of the way, Chuck.
I don't know. He said he was going to get aggressive. How's that going to play out with 20 to go here?
Well, all of a sudden, Skirt Busch, who was at the back of the pack, is now up front with Dog and Shell. 20 to go.
See track bar back there in 11th. Looks like he's making some moves back there. And here comes the 22, making contact and into the wall and around.
Put it out. Front straightaway.
Well, that answers that question.
Not going to happen.
Not going to happen. Dog with some damage there. That HD looks like he's got some damage as well. Can't quite tell on the front end of that.
Yeah, that looks like the 95 as well. They just keep falling to the back of the pack. And you feel for the guys in that 11 through 14 that put in all the time. You know they're fast, and the rest of the group just struggling to go side by side or even come single file at some point. At some point, you got to. I know there's no gentleman rules here, but you got 19 to go.
Well, we could have gentlemen have at it. You never know. They're all in one place. Could play out like that. Let's take a look at that replay and see Shell. A little bit of contact there, and there's Dog getting into the wall. Shell comes back around, spinning around. Dog going down to the bottom. HD looks talking through it right there. He does not look happy with what happened.
Green.
You saw the reaction by the 88 of Dohar. Controller completely down. Said, "Are you kidding me?"
We've got 16 to go as the field heads into turn 1. Skirt Busch out front, leading the way.
This was the #1 pick on Xbox, Skirt Busch. He's wearing #1 for a reason.
You see that Wood Brothers machine of 16 of Casey looking to the outside. Skirt Busch getting a little bit off track, and Casey getting around him. Oh, and around goes Casey.
Put it out. Turn 4.
Boy, let's see where they're going to stack up Dog all of a sudden. They've had a tough time here on this quad oval.
They were getting racy, making moves, and couldn't hold on to it. Right now, Dog is listed as your leader with 15 to go. Let's take a look at the replay. You saw that pass, then he just spins.
I mean, one thing we can at least talk about here is pit strategy the rest of the way. You have to believe in your head that what if we go these next 15 green, or do you roll the dice here and say, hey, I bet there's a few more cautions. I'm going to keep staying out as long as I can.
You saw the 3 flipping there. A little bit of, maybe is this some extracurricular going on here with between those two as we line back up.
Racing, that's what they told me.
Line it back up, getting ready to go back to green.
Green.
Just need a clean restart here, Chuck. That's all they need. And if they could come off of 2 clean,
we might be able to get through.
It'll sort of settle the thing out, but you got to come off 2 without going 3 wide.
Dog has the lead with Garbage back in second as they head down the back straight, looking to head into turn 3.
I think a few of the guys have just decided, hey, we're going to lay back. We're going to let everybody else go at it. We're going to lay back and see what happens.
One car heading down to pit road, looks like J-Mac. So we're looking over the shoulder of Dog as he pilots that number 5 around the track at Charlotte Motor Speedway.
And there he is up front. I told you, just get through 2, don't go 3 wide, and let's see if we can finish this thing on green, or at least get down to the wire before you start bumping and grinding.
J-Mac down there on pit road as the field comes by the start-finish line. Garbage looking to the outside, ducking back in as they head into 1.
And these were some of the guys we told you got to watch out for. Moordog has been the underdog for the entire draft process, even through qualification, and now he's got a chance to maybe take this thing around and win the first race here of the season.
He's right there on the quarter panel looking to pass Moordog there. Wow, that's Garbage out front as they cross the line. He's got Dohar behind him following into the second position.
Remember, we told you 4 times wear. So what you're seeing from Moordog is you're starting to lose a little bit of those tires. You're starting to go higher up the track. And those that have made the stops during some of those yellows and got some grip early, they're able to come to the inside.
Well, it looks like his tires might be falling off as Shell Power gets past him. Oh, and around goes Garbage. Spinning in that Oscar Mayer number 6.
What? Well, he's going to fall all the way back. Somehow he didn't collect anybody, Chuck.
He might be. He gets down to pit road, and I believe we're going to stay green with Dohar out front. Shell in second, Slick back in third, Casey fourth, and Diego.
He asked a lot of the community, Chuck, who they thought would win this opening race. It's that guy right there in the 88. But he's going to have a time with the number 22 peeking to the inside.
We've got about a 4-car breakaway as the 22 crosses the line and takes the lead, pulling Slick with him into second. And there is Casey back in third, looking to the inside of Slick, making a run there. Shell out front.
Well, no one's teaming up right now, Chuck. Everybody is it's all for one at this point. It is you, yourself in the car. No one's trying to help you out. But there's my pick right there, number 14. I told you to watch for him early.
Casey looked like he was heading to pit road and then shot back up the track.
Put it out. Turn 4.
Boy, this is going to be close. When we come back, there's going to be about 2 or 3 laps to go. As you mentioned, the 6 team tried to pull it in, couldn't find pit road, and basically got spit out on the grass.
So right now, your top 5, Shell, Slick, Dohar, Diego, and Bolt.
It's going to be interesting to see if that's the 5 that comes out here after the flag.
It could be. I mean, they got away. That group got away on that run there. So
how much you start factoring in a possible overtime? I don't want to say it yet, but the way this thing is going,
it's not out of the realm of possibility. The way they're racing, I wouldn't put anything past it. Could see just about anything.
Well, you see Slick sitting right there. He's going to be on the outside on the restart if this order stays the same. Let's see. We had a little bit of change. Diego moves up to 4th. Moordog at 5th here on the restart. Watch for the 14 on the outside. Can he come down on the 88? The 88's in a perfect position here, Chuck.
All right, as they come to the line, there'll be 3 to go. Shell leading the field into 1, but they are staying in a tight pack as they head into 2 and down the backstretch.
How many times have you seen the guy on the outside on a restart just get left behind?
88 looking behind the 22. A couple of cars getting low back there, but it looks like they're collecting and staying together.
This is Penske's race to win right here.
Can he hold on as they cross the line? 2 to go here at Charlotte Motor Speedway. Can Shell hold off the field and get that win?
Well, if it stays clean, I think he's got it. The question is, will the 88 of Dohar, will he take a peek?
He looks to the inside, to the outside, trying to find that advantage somewhere.
That was the run. That was his chance. Let's see if he gets it on the oval.
Is he setting it up for a possible last lap finish? Pass?
Well, it looks like a 2-car race at this point.
White flag, final lap here at Charlotte Motor Speedway in the Xbox race in the inaugural eNASCAR Heat Pro League race. Shell with the lead over Dohar and Moordog. Mr. Track Bar back in 4th and Slick in 5th. Can somebody make a run here as they come off of 4? We got one spinning in the back, but Shell Power comes off of 4 and looks to cross the start-finish line, getting the win at Charlotte Motor Speedway. You see that excitement in his face, getting the win for Team Penske.
Well, that's the Penske way, and if you looked at
no, you don't have to do that.
Penske just won the Indy 500. They get the win here in the inaugural eNASCAR Heat Pro League
He talked
race.
about it in our pre-show. Would he get a sweep? And I think him pitting at lap 29 and the 88 of Dohar pitting at 25, that was the difference. Just a little bit more grip on those tires.
You can see the excitement in his face, getting hugs from some of his competitors. That's a big deal. That is a big deal to get that win. Man, and that was an exciting race. Here are your results. As you see, Shell V-Power gets the win in first, Dohar in second, Mr. Track Bar in third, Diego fourth, and Slick rounding out your top 5.
Remember, Track Bar was on the pole position. He dropped down to 11th. He told Alex he was going to fight to the top. Nice job getting in the top 3 there for Mr. Track Bar.
Well, Alex is with our winner at the track. Alex, how excited is Shell?
I wish you guys could have seen how high he jumped up in the air right then because he was so excited. Shelby Power 22, tell me about this win and what it means to you.
It's definitely a really wild race. It was just really crazy with all the wrecks and cautions. I thought we were done there. It was just so hard to see because of the glare, so it was hard to see in our mirrors and just hard to see what was going on. But I couldn't have done this alone. I just had a lot of great people. I got to thank Track Bar, Justin Brooks for all the help with the setup. He was really great, and just all my friends here. It was great racing with everyone, great going, and biggest thing is Team Penske. They've been a really great support this whole time. Our number 22 Shell V-Power Nitro Plus Ford Mustang was really good, and it was just really great to get the opening win. You can't recreate the first race. So hopefully, I just heard from Ed that we won the Indy 500. So it was awesome. We're one step closer. Got the V8 Supercar, the Indy 500, and now the first leg of the esports. Now we just got Corey's got to do his job. I know he's got a really great setup, really great car. So hopefully we can get the rest of it going out.
How excited are you to have that first win in the regular season for eNASCAR Heat Pro League?
It's insane. It's something that's been a dream. I mean, it's been a dream doing this, and I think it's been awesome. I've had a lot of people help me along the way, some people out here in the crowd. So, but the big thing is, got to thank the fans for staying here watching. It was a really cool thing. We know we struggle a little bit, but just keep tuning in, and I know the racing will get better. 14 great drivers. It's an awesome deal.
All right, guys. He is headed to victory lane. He's going to get a trophy here. Congratulations.
Thank you.
All right, Scott, Chuck, what do you think?
Alex, I was blown away by that race. What did you think about it, Scott?
Well, this is a guy, Tedeschi, for a lot of people that don't know. We talked about it a little bit earlier, that he was a student at Purdue studying engineering. And on this whole process, from qualification on through the draft, this guy didn't once complain. And when it comes to it, I mean, I don't know if you believe in race karma, but there you go.
Hey, it's an exciting day for Team Penske getting the win in the Indy 500. I know the captain's got to be happy with that. And now the captain's got to be even happier with the fact that his team won the inaugural Xbox race in the eNASCAR Heat Pro League. Well, let's take a look at some of the highlights from that race and just kind of talk us through what happened there. You know, this was an exciting race to say the least.
Well, it was a caution fest at the beginning. I got my T-shirt in the lobby. The back stretch coming off of 2 was absolutely a nightmare for a lot of our racers, but when the race started progressing, you saw the cream rise to the top. A tip of the cap to those guys that were in the back that finally said in those last 10 laps, hey, we're not going to win. We'll back off here and let the guys at the front get in the hunt.
Well, and the guys out front did battle it out there in the closing laps. And you see, this is the cool part about having everybody together at the track. They're able to talk it out.
Yeah.
Normally they're chatting online. Now they get to chat it out in person.
Well, he said he was back at 11th, went all the way up to number 3 for Track Bar after being in the pole position, but we just had a lot of folks get on the grass and up in the wall, especially coming off of 4, and you can see just the disappointment for the 88 Dohar. He ends up battling it back, though, and getting that second position.
Here you see Skirt Busch out front getting caught up in an incident.
That's everyone's nightmare when you see the slowest guy on the track up front. You know something bad's about to happen.
Well, and another strong contender throughout the day, Garbage out front, but then hangs it right, gets into the wall. Oh, and
anytime you get down on that apron, next thing you know, that thing is going to spit you back up to the top of the track. I've done that a time or 10 on this track. Charlotte, it'll either make you or break you, and it made this guy right here.
It did. He is extremely happy, and let's head back down to the track with Alex, who has Dohar. Alex.
Thanks, Chuck. All right, I have the P2 finisher here, Dohar. I know that you were trying to make a run. What was going through your mind in those final 2 laps?
I just wanted to make sure we got to the white flag. That was the biggest thing. And I told Brian, and Sam was behind me and next to me, I said, guys, this is what we dreamed of. We worked together in the qualifiers to get here. I said, Brian, I'll try one move, and if I can't make it, I'll push you all the way. So I'm so glad that he got to win. Our filter time, Wendale Jr.'s ride, Junior Motorsports Chevrolet was absolutely fantastic today. I got to thank everybody involved who let me be a part of this wonderful experience. Thank you to all the fans. Thank you all. Thank you all for being here. And my family for being here. My teammate Jason in the next race, I know he's going to go get one position better.
Now, I know that you wanted to win, but you've also been known for some crazy pit strategies. Why didn't you pit this race?
Well, I knew that if I pit, I was going to be in the back. And it was lucky enough where when I had contact with the 18 on the first lap, I pitted, repaired my damage, and I said, I'm not going to pit anymore.
All right, Dohar with a strong P2 finish for the opening race of the season. Chuck, Scott, back to you.
That was an exciting race. The Xbox drivers put on a show.
Well, at Dodge, I mean, he was one of the guys when I first joined this community. He's like, I'm going to help you get set up. And not only am I going to help you set up, I'm going to get out there and push you around the track. So that tells you what kind of guy he is. We had some incredible just character good guys finish in that top 3, which is always good to see at the opening of the race.
Well, now it's time to turn to the PlayStation drivers. We've seen what the Xbox guys did. What are we going to see out there in the PlayStation race?
Well, I told you before, this when you look at the PlayStation, maybe Xbox has like the top 7 are really fast, but when you talk about PlayStation, it is 1 through 14. When you talk about Slade, who was the number 1 pick on Xbox, Fast Fred, who's on the pole position, and then watch out for Bear. He'll be in the 95. Maybe he has a little bit better luck than HD.
We'll see what happens, but now let's go back to the track and check in with Alex, who's going to give us the lineup for the PlayStation race. Alex, take it away.
All right, these PlayStation drivers have been sitting watching that Xbox race, and they are excited to get going. So let's meet the 14 drivers who will compete for the trophy today. Starting 14th, number 14 for Stewart Haas Gaming from Kokomo, Indiana, Hot Rod. Starting 13th, number 7 for Junior Motorsports from Charlotte, North Carolina, JRM Keffer. Starting 12th in the number 42, driving for Chip Ganassi Gaming from Cranston, Rhode Island, Parker. Starting 11th in the number 17 car for Roush Fenway Gaming from Tennessee, Fluffy. Starting 10th in the number 25 for Hendrick Motorsports Gaming Club from Brick, New Jersey, Nick Jobs. Starting 9th, number 95 for Levine Family Gaming from Tuscaloosa, Alabama, The Bear. Starting 8th, number 44 for Petty Esports from Columbia, Pennsylvania, Mike RPM. Starting 7th in the number 20 car for Gibbs Gaming from New Jersey, Voltage. Starting 6th in the number 13 for Jermaine Gaming from Georgia, Kyle Arnold. Starting 5th in the number 8 for RCR Esports from Canton, Georgia, Sloppy Joe. Starting 4th in the number 21 for Wood Brothers Gaming from Cumming, Georgia, Slade. Starting 3rd in the number 47 for JTG Doherty Throttlers from Wisconsin, Rowdy. And ladies and gentlemen, your front row, starting 2nd in the number 2 car from Team Penske Esports from Waynesboro, Virginia, Pennzoil. And your pole sitter in the number 32 Go Fast Gaming car from Henry, Virginia, Fast Fed. All right, guys, we are 3 minutes away or less from the green flag. Chuck, Scott, I know you guys are excited.
Thanks, Alex. Yeah, we are excited. Get ready to see this PlayStation race. Scott, what are you looking for tonight? What are we going to see?
I told you, these are 14 of the best drivers in the world on PlayStation, and I'd say half of them do not like each other. And you thought you saw some fireworks over on the Xbox. I think you're going to see some clean racing off the start. I think you're going to see a lot more of a tactful attack, and then wait for those final 12 laps or so to make your move.
I mean, not going to lie, I saw a little bit more personality out of these guys coming up on stage. Saw the stone cold water slam there. These guys look like they're ready to get after it.
Well, the question is, can Penske have a clean sweep here?
Get another win for the captain? Maybe lock that spot into the playoffs? Do you think they've got a good shot at doing that today?
I mean, no question about it. I think Corey's going to have his workout here. You go under the gamer tag, a pencil of 2. Starting on the outside. I mean, what more do you want? You're going to fall back to probably 3rd or 4th or 5th being on that outside. That's just unfortunately how this game goes. You want to be number 3. That's where I always want to be. I either want to be on the pole and get out and run or be at number 3. So watch for the number 1 pick, Slade. He is right behind our pole setter, Fast Fed.
All right. Things are getting ready out there at the track, and we're looking at Slade right now. One of the youngest driver in the field, racing for one of the oldest teams in NASCAR, rocking a sweet logo there with the Atari controller and the old Nintendo controller.
He was the number 1 pick on PlayStation. He's 17 years old, from Cumming, Georgia. He had never been on a plane until they flew him out for the draft. The furthest he had ever been, I think, from his home was somewhere up in Tennessee. So what a ride it's been for him, who was 16 at the time when he got drafted. So a lot of pressures on the youngster.
Well, let's go to Alex to see if she can catch up with some of these drivers out at the track. Alex?
All right, Chuck, I'm here with our pole sitter, Fast Fed here. How are you feeling?
Feeling great. I feel like I could keep it out front and stay out front all race.
You staying cool?
Oh, yeah.
All right, let's move it down. I have Slade here. Now, I know that you were the number 1 pick in the draft. How are you feeling now that it's finally here?
It's been a long journey for all of us here, all 14 of us. It's been a ride being number 1. I really don't look at it as a kind of a plus. All these guys, all fast, all competitive, all clean. We're ready to go today.
How do you feel about your chances?
Starting P4 on the outside, not that great, but I think we can do some work here. We got to thank Ride Spin and the Wood Brothers Gaming Crew for all the stuff they've done for us, and we're ready to go.
All right, I'm going to keep moving on down the line here. I have Kyle Arnold. How are you feeling?
Doing well, doing well.
Are you nervous?
No.
I saw you come up. You were a little timid at driver intros. Are you just locked in, ready to go?
Yeah, I'm laid back. I'm just ready to get started, put on a real good show.
All right, good luck to you. I'm going to come talk to the Bear here. He's one of those that wears no shoes. So why do you wear no shoes?
I'm from Alabama. What do you think?
I'm surprised he didn't give me a roll tide earlier.
Roll tide?
How do you feel today going into this race?
Confident. We just got to get some laps going. We got to get rolling here, get everybody in a good formation, and we're going to see what happens.
All right, Chuck, Scott, no shoes on, so we'll see.
No shoes, no problem, hopefully, for Bear today. Scott?
Well, down in Miami, he gave me a roll tide, and I came back with him with Go Tigers. As a Clemson guy, he got real quiet. He got real quiet after I said that back, but he's one of the great personalities, not only here in PlayStation, but really in the entire pro league.
Well, let's go back down to Alex, see what she's got going on there at the track.
All right, well, he's outnumbered, the Bear. I'm a Clemson grad, too, so go Tigers. I have to give it to him. All right, I'm sitting right here now with Penzel. How do you feel about Team Penske's already been super dominant today in this day of racing. Do you think that you can continue the sweep?
Yeah, right. We got no pressure. Won the Indy 500, and then Brian goes out there and wins the first Xbox race. But I think we got a good number 2 Pennzoil Ford Mustang, and we'll see what we can do with it.
All right, I'm going to let you get locked in. Scott, Chuck, let's get it.
Thank you, Alex. Yeah, I've got no real dog in that fight. My Catamounts of Western Carolina University.
Hey, they're pretty good. They're pretty good in the SoCon.
Yeah, I went down to Alabama one time and got mauled. It was not pretty.
That goes for about 99% of the people that go to Tuscaloosa. That's
this
for sure.
Is true. Well, the game is loading, and we're getting ready to get locked in and go racing here in the PlayStation race at Charlotte Motor Speedway. It's going to be an exciting one, hopefully.
Watch for Fast Fed. He's on the pole, and he's actually got the speed to just run away from the competition. If we go green behind him coming off a 2, he might lead this whole thing.
Here you see the 32 machine and the number 2 on the outside. as the field heads into turn 1 on this pace lap. Getting ready for another exciting race to see what happens. And we're going to go back downstairs here in a minute to check in with our special guest in race control, former NASCAR event director David Hoots, who is going to again call us to green at Charlotte Motor Speedway.
Gentlemen, let's just take a deep breath before we get started here, and hope we all learned something by watching that first event. We'll stay in line to the start-finish line on the initial green. We'll have a competition yell at lap 20. 40 laps will make up the race. Good luck to each and every one of you. We're coming to the green. Side by side. Square them up, guys. Green, green, green.
Some words of encouragement and direction from David Hoots as the field heads into turn 2, and already some action on the track.
How about that move by the 21 of Slade for Wood Brothers? He was sitting in 4th, and now he's looking at peaking for the lead.
Already some excitement here at Charlotte as the field brings it through turn 4. Slade out front, crossing the start-finish line.
Put it out, front straightaway.
Ooh, and we got a caution.
I didn't see it, but someone caught up in the wall and then got thrown well down into the grass right across the 600 logo.
Focusing on that battle for first and second, and you can see the 8 machine with a little bit of damage there for Sloppy Joe.
That's how Sloppy Joes look like when I make them at home.
You big Sloppy Joe fan?
It's a big mess.
You boys like Sloppy Joes? All right, here comes an overhead look at this incident. You see some contact there heading into the tri-oval. Cars spinning everywhere, heading into the grass. And yeah, we got our first caution of the day in the PlayStation race.
Well, we thought we could get one in. I mean, the highlight of that first lap was Slade going from 4th to 1st in a blink of an eye. He kind of kills you with his kindness a little bit. You know, like, hey, we're going to have a good race. I like everybody out here. Boom, I'm in 1st place. How do you feel about that?
That's Wood Brothers style, man. Calm, cool, and collected. Go out there and just
green, green, green.
Fight hard on the track as we're back under green. 36 to go at Charlotte.
Hey, Penske's sitting right there. The number 2 car sitting in P3. And Baird climbed up, number 4.
Got a couple of Fords out front. 3 of them working together there, it looks like, as they head down the back straight. Pennzoil looking to the inside.
You can already see on PlayStation much better lines coming off of 2.
As we cross the start-finish line, Slade stepping it out just a touch, but you got Pennzoil and Voltage right there knocking on the door. And look who's in 4th. The Bear.
Well, the Bear's always on the hunt, whether he wants to be or not. And he's hungry for a win here. He got it in the practice races.
Looking to make it 3 wide here, the Bear. As they come off of 4.
You give him half a car. You give him anywhere he can put that nose, and he's going to slide right up in there.
Working the back bumper of that 20 machine.
Voltage is in trouble right now. He doesn't know it, but he's in trouble.
Looking over the shoulder on the Bear. See, he's holding a pretty wheel there. Looking to the inside, it looks like. Looking on his screen and looking on our screens. Trying to multitask.
Yeah,
I might get in trouble.
He's trying to hold it all together there for a moment. He's going to lose a little speed.
Fast Fed looking to the outside of the Bear. Moving up into 3rd, but Bear still right there.
These two have had battles for years. I know a lot of these guys are youngsters, but Fed and Bear have gone back and forth all the way back to Miami of last year, and years on gone, and the 13's in trouble.
13 is around. I saw it looked like Fast Fed had a little bit of an issue, which might have caused that. Couldn't quite tell. Ooh.
Put it out. Put it out. Put it out. Front straightaway.
It's the big one.
Hot Rod going around. on the front stretch.
You hate to see that for Kyle Arnold in that 13. The community calls him Red. He's from Georgia. He's a policeman. A lot of these guys, I mean, you got 28 players in the league. You got 28 stories that go with those 28 drivers.
We're looking in on the drivers there on the stage.
Can't wait to take a look at what happened here.
Visor up on Hot Rod. Maybe trying to cool down a little bit after that incident on track. Take a look at the Bear under caution. I don't know. Things getting a little squirrely out there. You think we're going to ramp things up on this restart, or are we going to be nice?
I don't think there's anything cool the rest of the day. You see him just get kind of pushed down on the back stretch there. I mean, there's nothing to it. Somebody just forces him down.
Watching from the onboard of Hot Rod as he goes around.
Green, green, green.
And we are back under green. Slade out front.
How about the Charlotte native in that number 7? He's currently in that 4th position. How would it be for him to get a win here on his home track?
As a Charlotte native, I would enjoy that as well. Bear moving over. Oh, we got somebody around on the back stretch. But might get it collected. Might stay green. It's fast fed. Working the back bumper.
They look like the 17. They got turned all the way around. They're going to find themselves in the back of the pack. And let's see if we can keep this green. He didn't collect anybody, so if he can get out of the way before we come back around, I think we're good.
You see Fed looking to the inside. Does he have what it takes to get around here as they head off into 3?
Put it out. Put it out. Turn 3. Turn 3.
Hot Rod looks like he went back around in turn 3.
I'm not sure if Rowdy or Parker didn't get into the back of Hot Rod.
A little bit of back and forth.
I think there's some retaliation going on in the back of the pack, which is a shame because that battle for 1 and 2, ever since the green flag has dropped on the get-go, has been a phenomenal battle.
We look at let's get down to Alex. I think she has caught up with the Bear. Alex?
All right, Chuck. Well, the Bear is out of his lair right now, and I don't know if he's a happy Bear. Well, how are you feeling?
I'm fine. It's just the glare on the screens is making it hard to look behind you, and I had to cut Hot Rod off there. I wasn't trying to. Just can't really see that well up here.
All right. Well, the Bear is going to wipe all that fur away from his eyes, so hopefully he can see. Chuck, Scott, back to you.
All right, we're getting ready to go back to green. When they cross the line,
green.
When they cross the line, there will be 24 to go in this race. You heard him talking about it there. Some of the complications from being outside.
Yeah, I mean, Brian Tedeschi, even in his win, said it's really tough to check your mirrors with the type of glare. But Tedeschi won the whole race just sitting 2 spots down from where Bear is, so when you got to power through it.
Bear just dropped several spots. He hit.
Oh, he's going to the back.
Leave the inside wall there. Dropping back down to 12th.
He's not going to be happy. He's vocal if you can't tell.
Slade is your leader. Job's in 2nd. Kyle Arnold up to 3rd and Fast Fed 4th with Voltage.
Glare not an issue when you're up front like Slade is. He's got a couple car links coming on the back stretch.
Just get out there, hold a pretty wheel, and hope that the others make mistakes and not you.
23 to go now. You can see how fun it is when that caution doesn't come out. These guys start really making a groove around Charlotte.
Well, I'm digging those old school sunglasses he's got going on there. It just looks intimidating.
They're good for everything. Fishing, golf, racing.
Well, you think that's helping him with that glare?
Maybe so.
No? Maybe the Bear needs to go out and get him some sunglasses. Do they make Bear-sized sunglasses?
I think they do. If they make glasses for my face, they make them for all faces, I can tell you that. How about Kyle Arnold? Remember, he was in the bottom. He's now climbed his way back up into the 2nd position.
We got Fast Fed dropping back a little bit, but you see who is also climbing back up the leaderboard. Back up to 7th is the Bear.
Slade and Kyle Arnold, a.k.a. Red, battling back and forth. These are 2 Georgia boys going at it. I know they both love the Bulldogs.
Slade is stepping it out on the field a little bit here. About half a second advantage over the rest of the field as they cross the start-finish line.
Wood Brothers looking pretty good for making their #1 pick be this youngster in Slade.
Put it out. Put it out. This is a competition yellow.
And the competition caution is out with 20 to go.
The rest of the field needed that, Chuck. I mean, this 21 for Wood Brothers really starting to pull away from the pack.
All right, so what adjustments are you making on that ride right now? Not the 21, the other guys back in the
I think
pack.
if you guys need attitude adjustments first, right? I mean, you're outside, it's hot. You got the elements glare on the screen, but I mean, you're bringing it in. And if you can get some, if you can get some fresh tires, why not go a little looser? If you can hold the line, loose is fast.
Fast is loose. The old phrase. Look at him there.
They can't make a ton of adjustments here. I mean, maybe you go in and you mess with the aero a little bit. Maybe you decide a little bit down or a little bit up on the grill tape, whatever your liking is for these final 20 laps, because it might go green.
Well, if I'm Slade, I'm not changing anything. I'm just going to get back out there,
Green,
hold
green,
off this
green.
field as we're back to green.
Penske again, sitting right there in that third position. My favorite spot on the restart is right there at number 3, because all you got to do is close the door on the guy on the outside.
He's moving up into second as they head down the backstretch. A little bit of 3 wide action back there.
But it's 3 wide with space. It's not door to door.
Hot Rod making a move for third there. Battling with Sloppy Joe.
Boy, Pence's got an opportunity here to maybe sweep this thing. His buddy Tedeschi already took the checkered flag on Xbox. Got to get past the 21 first, and I'm not saying that's easy.
Will not be an easy task, but it would be a big feat for Team Penske to win both races. So we've
Put it
got
out,
some
put it
cars
out.
around
Turn 4.
into turn 4.
Turn 4.
Boy, someone got shot up like a rocket ship in the back. Several, maybe 20, 30 feet up into the air. That was the 44 that just got a NASA sponsorship.
Let's see if we can take a look at maybe what caused that. Here is the replay. You can see the field heading in 2, 3, and watch right there. Gets into the outside wall and then gets launched. Coming back down and even disappears on the graphic. That's how high he got.
Higher than most, there's no doubt about it. But how about Slade? Slade's still rolling along.
Let's go back to Alex. Alex, what you got?
All right, guys, one of the cool things about playing it live here at Charlotte is that you have the guys that you're racing right beside you racing as well. I just looked over and Fluffy apologized to Mike RPM. So all good things happening. No bad vibes down here.
No bad vibes. Getting ready to go.
Green.
Back to green. 12 to go.
In your heart of heart, Chuck, there's some bad vibes going on.
Bad vibes?
I'm just telling you, you're trying to get off to a good start here in this 12-race season. I hate being on the high side. Just watch the 95 keep dropping back.
You see Slade getting out ahead as we ride on board.
Well to go.
32 of Fast Fed was looking ahead at the 95. Sometimes I get distracted.
Hey, this is the pole setter right here. He was the fastest out in qualification. He's going to need it now. Can anyone catch the 21? I mean, it's like he's
lightning fast on those restarts. Getting out there. Getting to the
It's like we're seeing Petty in the Hemi days.
Hey, man, that 21 historically has been a fast ride. As they come around. Ooh,
Put it out. Put it out.
Spinning off of 4.
Heads up on pit road.
Well, that's everybody from 8 on back. Right at pit row.
And right at 10 to go. So that's going to set up a little shootout here. Can they stay green? Will they be able to keep it together?
I think when we come back here, we're going to have 6 or 7 laps to go. And for Slade, you're just saying, come on now. Come on now, back of the pack. Just keep it together for us one time. But there's the bear. We'll see how the running order is when we pop back out of here. But you're talking about 4 very fast drivers in that top 4.
Here is the replay.
Oh, my goodness, right?
Several cars getting together at the exit of turn 4.
I think he's trying to make a pit. I think he's coming to pit row late and tries to pull it down. He would have been in a black flag situation anyway if he was trying to come through there. That would have cost him a penalty.
All right, coming to the green with 8 to go. 7 when we cross the line.
Green, green, green.
All right, and the field heads into turn 1. Slade out front, Bear back in second, Pennzoil in third. It's going to be a battle here between the Bear and Slade.
Well, the 47 of Rowdy starting to push the 95. And then they hung him out to dry, Chuck. Bear thought the 47 was coming with them. They went high, and next thing you know, the 47 goes low. That's dirty.
Slade looking pretty good on exit. Being able to pull away from him there. 6 laps to go as they head down the backstretch underneath that. Ooh, and they're spinning in the back.
Put
there
it
again.
out.
Looks
Put
like
it out. Back straightaway.
Hot Rod might have gone around again.
Well, it started off with the 2, got pushed below the apron, and they're opening up some space, and that was the space that everybody wanted.
See voltage involved there, and I believe Sloppy Joe as well. Let's go to Alex. I think she's caught up with Slade. Alex, how's it going?
All right, Slade, you were in the lead. I know you're probably not excited about that caution coming out. Tell me about it.
It's point in the race. About 5 to go, 4 to go. Everyone's gonna be, no one's gonna be given. Everyone's gonna be taken. So we got hugged the bottom. Do the best we can. Probably gonna come down to a 2 to go stripe, and we're probably gonna get moved, but we're gonna try and keep our ground and held the lead. So we're gonna get it going.
All right, good luck. 5 laps left. Chuck, Scott, back to you.
All right, as of right now, Slade has led 37 laps and has not pitted. Bold strategy.
Yeah.
Green, green, green.
Everything's going right.
All right, they're coming back to green.
Question is, can you hold it together here?
We will see with 2 to go here at Charlotte Motor Speedway. Fast Fed working that bumper of Slade. Will he be the one that gets the win here? Oh, and they spinning behind Fast Fed.
Remember, the 21 started 4th, but jetted up into 1st.
Put it out. Back straightaway.
And I think we got overtime coming, Chuck.
We got overtime. Caution coming out. Do you get nervous if you haven't pitted?
Very nervous. We've seen this several times where, you're pretty much going to be a green to checkered flag winner. And with 2 or 3 to go, here comes the flag out, and we're going to hit some overtime here. He start leaning toward Fast Fed now. The guys that pitted around the competition, lap 24 or so, those are the guys that have the best chance. You do have Jobs here that pitted at lap 34, so he's got, in that top 5, he's got the best traction, you would think.
You got the Bear there in 3rd. You said you like that 3rd place position. Do you like the Bear?
Especially if Slade stays out, which I think he will. At this point, I think you got to just let it go. And so now the Bear sitting in that 3rd spot. Close the door on Fed and let the 21 take you through.
Green, green, green.
Slade has led 41 laps. The only other driver to lead a lap is Fast Fed, who is working to his outside with the Bear back in 3rd. Taking that 2nd place position, it looks like. Side by side off of 2.
Anytime you start on the outside in that number 2 position, you're going to drop to 4th or 5th automatically with these guys.
When you see Slade moving around the track, trying to find the line that's going to work for him to hold off the Bear.
You just need a white flag. That's all you need, Chuck. Just show that white flag. Slade's going to have a chance.
Across the line, and the white should be out with 1 to go on the final lap at Charlotte in the PlayStation race.
Good job by race control, letting them race, letting this thing finish how it should finish.
Coming down the backstretch, the Bear is looking to see if he can make a move. Fast Fed to his outside for 2nd. Is that going to help Slade get the win as they come off of 4? Those 2 battling back there for 2nd. Here comes Slade into the tri-oval, and they're spinning behind him, but the 21 gets the win at Charlotte Motor Speedway for Wood Brothers Gaming. A heck of a race.
Well, he was taken number 1 overall. He's our youngest racer in the competition, just 17 years old. And he goes from P4 on qualification, really took the lead on the opening 2 turns. Coming off of turn 2, he was on it and never let it go.
The young driver gambling on strategy, but staying cool, calm, and collected in that seat, looking like it didn't faze him at all. Getting that win. That is pretty awesome. Here are your race results. Slade gets the win. The Bear comes in second. Pennzoil third. Kyle Arnold finishes in fourth with Sloppy Joe in fifth.
How about Fast Fed? He was battling the Bear. Coming off of turn 4, I think he got down in the grass, got turned all the way around. He drops all the way to 11th. Disappointing finish there for our pole setter.
And you see back there, Hot Rod involved in several incidents, finishing back there in 13th. And here is our winner, the youngest driver in the circuit. And we're going to head down to Alex, who is caught up with the winner, Slade.
All right, guys, I am standing here with Slade. I know that you're excited. You seem cool, calm, and collected the majority of the race, but those last 2 laps, I saw you breathing pretty hard.
I'll be honest with you, everyone saw me pre-race. I was sitting here by myself trying to collect my thoughts and just, not psych myself out because I was really nervous, I'll tell you that. But great feeling, come out in one of these things and win one of them. It's the first race I've won since our showcase race back at Martinsville. So it's very exciting. Got to thank everyone at Wood Brothers Gaming, John Wood, for giving me the opportunity and taking me number 1. Everyone at Spin Scooters for coming along here with esports. Can't thank them enough, and it's a great feeling to get the win here done.
So what does it mean for you to get this first ever win for Wood Brothers?
Oh, it's a dream come true, really. Mike's story to the draft is a little different.
Come here.
The Bear's coming in.
Look at him. Look at this youngster right here. Look at him. Talk about it. How about it, buddy?
Yeah,
earlier today, he said, man, all these people. He said, I don't know what I'm going to do. He said, I said, man.
It's true.
I said, take it easy. You're going to be all right. I said, you're going to be all right, I promise.
Yeah.
And look at him. Look at him.
1-2, baby.
There you
1-2.
go. 1-2, baby.
1-2.
All
For
right.
sure.
All right, Scott, Chuck, I know these guys are excited. I'm going to let them continue to celebrate. Back to you.
A lot of celebration out there at the Speedway. Scott, that was an exciting race.
Yeah, I mean, 2 guys that raced a lot together, going 1 and 2. That's what they're excited about. They're going to have a good time in Charlotte. He didn't fly from Georgia. They drove over, and, of course, he kind of drove over the competition here today.
Well, let's look ahead to next week. Heading out to Fontana, a completely different style track. You go from an intermediate track to Fontana. It's going to be Wednesday, May 29th. Pre-race starts at 7:45 p.m. Eastern. You can tune in live on Twitch and on Facebook. 704 NASCAR Heat is the tag on that.
I think you see some great racing out here on Auto Club. It's flat, but it's fast. And we talked to our 28 drivers. Really, 90% of them say they loved going out to Auto Club.
Auto Club is almost like a super speedway. You can hold that thing wide open and just get up to almost 200 miles an hour heading into those turns. All right, let's go back down to Alex, and she is going to be presenting the trophies to our winners. Alex, let's see those beautiful trophies.
All right, Chuck, I have 2 guys who are very excited to get up on this stage. First, we're going to welcome in the winner of the Xbox race, Shell V Power 22, Tedeschi. Come on up. Step on over there. They're going to hand you your trophy. Amy, thank you so much. All right, let's hold that up. Yeah, fans, give him a round of applause. First ever NASCAR Heat. All right, now I'm going to bring up the winner of the PlayStation race. You guys just saw the results. Slade, come on up. Hold it up. All right, round of applause, fans. All right, Tedeschi, I'm going to bring you right back up. We're going to have both of you guys. This is history right here. Dreams have been made. Slade and Tedeschi, hold those up. Get excited, boys. You just won. All right, it has been a historic day down here at Charlotte Motor Speedway. This is one of the greatest ways to do it. The first ever eNASCAR Heat Pro League race is underway and finished. You have your winners here. Scott, Chuck, great day for us. Back to you guys.
Thank you, Alex. Yes, she mentioned it. It was a historic day on one of the greatest days in motorsports. The eNASCAR Heat Pro League kicks things off, and we get these 2 first-time winners.
Well, you couldn't have 2 better champions off the start. These are 2 guys that would help everyone out in the game before they help themselves. And I believe in a little bit of race karma, and it came true for them today.
Well, if this race is any indication of what's going to come in this season, it's going to be an awesome season in the eNASCAR Heat Pro League.
Yeah, I think we're just getting started. You know, every race is going to build the energy, the excitement, and, of course, the nerves.
Yep, and nobody is locked in yet, but be sure to tune in for all of the races all season long and enjoy the weekend, everyone.